Our great nation has long been under siege by our neighbor across the channel. War with England began in the last century, the year of my birth, in fact. You might be surprised to learn that was nearly 80 years ago. If this conflict persists much longer, historians of the future wouldn't be remiss to refer to it as the 100 Years' War. This vicious, enduring conflict between the world's two dominant Christian nations for rule of the kingdom has resulted in copious bloodshed and scorched earth, plunging the populations on both sides into devastating
Absent again? Good grief.
That's as far as I'll get on my own.
Montmorency?
Oh, Rishma, can't you knock?
Why should I? You left the door wide open. You have the lowest marks in military arts, martial arts, and equestrian arts. On top of that, your poor attendance puts you at an even higher risk of failing. As for this heresy you study...
It's not heresy. It's called alchemy, all right?
Montmorency, where have... It looks like Richemont got to him first this time. Never mind, sorry! Montmorency's not here then? He's not. How is that boy so popular?
Transmutation with the Philosopher's Stone. It's the ultimate secret divine art. They say the stone has the power to grant its owner immortality, which means if we can master alchemy... Oh. As I was saying, if we master alchemy, we can make sure no one dies in battle again. Was that a reaction?
I've heard this 100 times. So, you're gonna buy up all the grimoires you can find, then what?
I don't know yet. I've read tons of them, and it's like they're written in code. I won't get anywhere unless I convince that old man to teach me to decipher them. Nicholas Flamel. He's an alchemist, rumored to have learned the secret art of Kabbalah.
I don't know what scurrilous rumors you've heard, but I'm an old bookseller, nothing more. Ask someone else.
He's not fooling anyone.
You done talking now? Good, come back to reality. Don't you realize our military has all but escorted the English army across front lines? They've taken Harfleur and they're gaining traction. As a member of the nobility, you have a duty to become a knight and help your people put an end to this war.
I don't want a job that requires me to take lives. I'd rather save them instead.
You're hopeless.
Oh yeah! Are you free tonight by any chance? It happens to the best of us every once in a while. Don't worry about it. It's all right.
Just so you know, he's equally nice to everyone. But Philippe is very sensitive, unlike you. Why do you think I get so mad? Watch out! In the trees!
What is it? Are these guys...
English soldiers.
Really? Holy smoke! Your fight is with me! Leave her!
So weak. Oh, are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine.
No.
Take this, you English dog!
You did it! What was that stuff?
Pepper and ash.
You mean it's not even poison?
Can't make anything like that.
For crying out loud. Just play along. Turn back now for your own good! Do you have any idea who you're dealing with? He happens to be the foremost pupil of the infamous Nicholas Flamel. This young man is known throughout France as Montmorency, the alchemist of Black Death. Now tremble before him!
That's right! And for my next trick, I shall turn your men to stone. Sadly, I don't have the antidote, which means the effect will be permanent. I just have to buy time until Richemont can take that guy out. Now, Philosopher's Stone! By your limitless magical power, behold! This mortal shall become a mighty berserker!
You should be all right now.
It's so different than mock battle.
You should be proud. You're incredibly strong, Rishman.
One more and see.
We beat them because of my strategy.
Yes, I know. Excellent work.
I'm pretty sure I played a significant role in defeating those guys too.
You had better give some of the credit to my Philosopher's Stone too, you know.
It's just a rock.
I found this thing buried way back in the corner of my family's storehouse. There are heaps of ancient magical treasures in there.
I'm pretty sure it's just a rock.
You don't have to be so condescending. Jeez.
I wish we could stay like this forever. We study side by side and have such a close bond, but I am of the House of Brittany. Charlotte's of the French royal family, and Philippe's of the House of Burgundy. We live in mad times. We may have to face each other as political opponents someday, or even fight on opposing sides of the battlefield, heaven forbid. But if at all possible, I hope that we can remain friends like this forever.
I believe we can. If that's what we want, why not? We're the most formidable team around, and there's nothing we can't do.
We did beat up these English soldiers after all.
Yeah, see?
Curse all you dirty French bastards!
Shut up!
The stone!
Damn it!
Hey, we should swear an oath. A promise to stay friends forever.
Well, what are we waiting for?
We solemnly swear.
That no matter what, even after we graduate from the academy, we'll remain best friends forever! Please, try to consider the nature of your situation. You are a noble lady, Charlotte, and one in line to succeed the throne on top of that. I do have 2 older brothers, you know, so I highly doubt I'll be succeeding the throne. You should have let me accompany you at least. I am your attendant, after all. It is my sworn duty to put my life on the line for you. Oh, that's so manly of you. Yes! Beginning tomorrow, you'll wear women's undergarments. Do you understand? Honestly, it's a curse to have a full womanly figure at such a tender age. Must all men behave like wild animals in heat? I think you misunderstand my intent here.
Then we'll fight. All you're doing is darting around like a fly. How dare you call yourself a knight in training, Montmorency? I hereby challenge you to a duel. Must we resort to violence? You put my Philippe in grave danger, taking her to the forest at night. Philippe does not belong to you. Wrong! Don't you know how it works? No man may call himself a knight until he swears his love to a lady. I've made up my mind. I devote myself entirely to Philippe. Well then, Philippe, you heard Alençon. How do you answer?
I apologize, but I must decline.
What? Great. Can I go now? Curse you!
That's quite enough, Alençon.
Sister.
I also went into the forest with them last night. Shall we have a duel too?
No, I'd never do something so dastardly.
Pathetic. What could a child possibly know about love between a man and a woman?
I know a lot. I have read erotic literature, you know. Forget I said that.
Oh, Alençon. This is clearly a result of my sisterly negligence. If this is to be righted, I must harden my heart and dole out a healthy dose of discipline.
Sister, please, let's not be...
You and I need to have a talk. I have received word from my older brother. He says the English troops at Harfleur have been stricken by an epidemic and intend to retreat to Calais. The French army will lie in ambush at Azincourt, waiting to deal the decisive blow.
I see.
And so, I leave for Azincourt tomorrow. I'm joining the battle as a representative of my line, the House of Brittany.
Why does it have to be you?
Because my other brother despises the battlefield. By sending me, my family can save face.
And I'm going with you! What? Why that face?
I remain undefeated in the Tournament of Knights. but you've lost every round you fought.
Hey, that's not nice. Yeah, you're strong and smart, and you come from a noble family, and you have a pretty face, which you did nothing to earn, by the way. But that does not give you the right to look upon me with such blatant pity. So stop it!
I'm glad we had this talk. And look at that blazing sunset. I don't think I'll ever forget it. Its beauty is seared into my memory.
Use the Philosopher's Stone to make your friend immortal? No.
Please, there's not much time left. I'm begging you.
To become more than human carries enormous risk. At the very least, it would mean banishment from the church for the rest of one's life.
No.
Furthermore, immortality means being on the run for all of eternity, living a solitary existence, utterly devoid of human connection.
I don't care.
I'm an old bookseller, nothing more. Ask someone else. Montmorency. I'd hoped that you'd remain ignorant until your dying day, but alas, you will not. Fight against fate, beast of the apocalypse.
Brother! You're coming then? Of course. The French knights will mock us. They'll say we sold our souls to the devil, even as we meet them in hell. Hell does not truly exist. It's fiction, fodder for the rambling of priests. In my worldview, the only extant realms are earth and heaven, nothing more. Now, let us offer the Frenchmen our finest hospitality.
Damn you! What self-respecting Catholic would bear the crest of this devil so brazenly? Henry V!
God, if you truly exist, I beseech you. Hear me. Please don't let Richemont perish!
Welcome back, daughter.
Hello, Father.
We have nothing to fear now, my love. We have finally finished laying the groundwork and will join forces with the English army very soon.
There is only one way to rescue Richemont now that the English have taken her. I myself must become immortal and strike out after them. And if there's no God to aid me, I shall sell my soul to the devil. If you are truly a relic of a civilization that fell before Christianity existed, if you are a product of sacred alchemy, I implore you, be my guide. In return, I offer you my mortal soul!
Who summons Astaroth, queen of all fairies? Wherefore... What, a human? You dare rouse me from my sweet slumber? What impertinence! The queen of the fairies shall never lower herself to a human's plaything, no matter how dire her straits. Therefore, you shall be my servant.
I accept.
You're not supposed to acquiesce without a fight.
I only seek the power to protect human lives. I prayed for that, and you appeared, as if in response. It's almost like some otherworldly force impels me to become such a protector.
Very well then. I shall grant your wish. I am the guardian of the Philosopher's Stone, after all. You need only swallow the stone, and its immense power will be yours to wield as you wish. King Solomon, Clovis the First, Otto the Great, even Jesus Christ himself, each achieved great things through the power of the stone, earning them the title of Ulysses.
But wait, if I am to wield the stone, then you must show me where it is.
You're dumb even for a human. In your hand. One of your ancestors must have been a member of the Knights Templar, yes? Contrary to popular belief, their goal was not to reclaim the Holy Land, but rather to find the Philosopher's Stone, which you hold in your hand like some cheap trinket. But take care, Montmorency. Do not act rashly. If you swallow the Philosopher's Stone in its current form, it will turn to a lethal poison and kill you. You must first transmute the stone into a singular liquid, known to the initiated as elixir. After you drink it, your body will be able to withstand the poison.
Damn it! Nothing I do seems to be working.
Well, you've no real talent.
Shut up! How long have I been at this now?
7 years.
What?
The English emerged victorious from the bloody Battle of Agincourt. From there, they advanced on Paris, the capital of the Kingdom of France, and captured the city. The French royal court miraculously escaped the capital and relocated their palace to the southwest in Chinon. Then, the Duchy of Burgundy severed ties with the royal family and allied themselves with the English army. The entire region descended into chaos. With their fate hanging in the balance, the people of France suffered immensely, and their cries echoed through every corner of the empire.
Miss Shawn, what's wrong? Are you all right? I'm all right. Don't worry, my friends. Hear my prayers. May the English army return to their own land.
Go back to England!
And may this horrible war come to an end.
End this awful war!
And please, Lord, let my body develop soon.
May John become more womanly!
This ritual has been in the Phi tribe for generations. Have faith, your prayer shall be answered. But it's done nothing to put an end to the war so far. And my breasts.
There are people here already? Nothing to be frightened of. I promise, I mean you no harm.
Could you be one of the black mages?
Why would you think that? I'm just a traveling alchemist. Montmorency.
If you don't mind, we'll be using these ruins now.
Look, she's got wings. I've heard that only the queens of fairy tribes have those. Does this mean she's a fairy queen? Wait, but I thought humans couldn't tame fairies with wings.
Don't misunderstand. I have tamed this human to be my slave, not the other way around.
Wow, this hat you've got is enormous. Hey, you, what are you even doing? Is that a magical potion?
If I can borrow some of the power present at these ruins, I may finally be able to transmute the elixir. Astaroth was right, as usual. This might work.
Boobies! My boobies! If I drink some of that potion, will my boobs get bigger?
Not even a little.
But isn't it a magical potion?
It is not magic. This is alchemy. And for the record, it happens to be quite a complex science.
Oh, how about I
Just
help
get
you
in the
then?
way.
But I want to help.
You understand what can happen if the
Let
mixture is
me.
off even by a tiny bit? All out disaster.
Moron! Well, what are we waiting for?
We solemnly swear.
That no matter what, even after we graduate from the academy,
We'll remain best friends forever!
Well, it seems you didn't perish from elixir intoxication. Luck was on your side.
Did I fail again?
Yes.
Damn it!
Pathetic. I thought that with my guidance, surely you could manage to transmute the elixir successfully within 3 years.
But it's been 7. That's more than twice the time that it ever should have taken me.
The process requires the transmuter to step into the unseen world, so naturally the flow of time will be altered a bit. Hold on, you didn't even realize that, did you? What a loser.
I wasted the final years of my childhood on this crap.
Listen well, Montmorency. You have been chosen to become the next Ulysses. That means you will put an end to the war on Earth forever, including the Anglo-French War that's been raging your entire life. You will change the world and create a utopia that will last for eternity. Do you understand the magnitude of that? It is the sole reason I bestowed my knowledge onto you. So you had better get your act together and deliver!
Listen, I'm not doing this to create some warless utopia or to become some legendary king, so save your motivational speeches.
You mean you have no ambition? How disappointing. If you become king, beauties will flock to you like moths to a flame.
Not interested.
Exactly what I'd expect from a talentless virgin like yourself.
Oh, that's rich, considering you're primarily responsible for my lack of carnal knowledge.
I'm so sorry. It's my fault for getting in your way, isn't it?
It's not your fault at all. I'm solely to blame for my utter lack of talent, so don't worry about it.
Thank you, Montmorency!
Don't cry.
Please.
My name is Laira, and I have come with a warning that the Burgundian army is en route to lay siege to this region.
Were you hired by Princess Charlotte to come to our defense against them? To protect our small village from the attack?
Yes. However, in exchange for said protection, I'll need you to hand over all your food.
Please wait!
A child?
Don't hurt these innocent people! Spare them, pretty soldier!
You're so reckless. What would you have done if she had fired her gun without warning?
And what's a black mage doing in a remote village like this one?
No, you're mistaken!
He's an alchemist, not a black mage.
My eyes deceive me. What is this little flying creature? I didn't even know winged fairies existed. How could such a cute, magical thing even be in this awful world?
This isn't good.
But we can't give you all the food! How will we survive the winter? You're getting paid for your work, aren't you? Why don't you just ask your employer to increase your salaries?
We already have a hard time getting our wages. I suspect that the royal family has run out of funds in exile. I'm sorry, but we can't survive without money. To protect you, we'll need payment.
Oh, I have an idea, pretty soldier. You could try surviving on the fat stores in your boobs. That'll last for months.
Shut up! I am not a dairy cow! That girl is so cute!
Are you sure you're the same Lyra with a reputation for being the biggest troublemaker in the mercenary business? Because I always pictured a grumpy old man when I heard all the stories. Oh, what's going on?
That's disgusting! Was this guy inappropriate with you?
Inappropriate how?
I'm a gentleman!
Could that be some sort of elixir?
What? You mean?
I see. You likely absorbed a tremendous amount of elixir during that explosion at the ruins. And because of that, you must have somehow become a vessel that can transmute it.
Is that even possible?
Theoretically, no, but I struggled to find another explanation.
Hey, what are you two talking about?
Stay out of this! This is huge. So now my body can withstand swallowing the Philosopher's Stone and I can become the next Ulysses?
Yes.
All right.
One moment.
Huh?
It's likely that you could only withstand being Ulysses for 3 minutes at most. Your body will continue to transmute elixir, which will react with the stone, causing it to become unstable and spiral out of control.
Spiral out of control? Oh, sure. What'll happen?
I have no idea. This whole thing is unprecedented even for me. You may die of madness as soon as the stone takes over your mind, or perhaps you might simply explode. Whatever the case may be, the consequences range from bad to catastrophic.
Oh, come on!
What the hell are you two talking about? Sandrea, what's wrong?
The enemy attacks.
That can't be! How did they get here so fast?
Why would I know that? Here, take this.
Heavy!
Your tiny sword wouldn't slice a pear.
Move out!
can at least fight with black magic.
For the last time, alchemy and magic are different things. Hey, Astaroth.
What now?
I think I have an idea. What if I pass the elixir to La'ira by mouth? Then, if I let her swallow the Philosopher's Stone, she could beat these men by herself.
Not a chance! That woman is little more than a glorified bandit. If she obtains powers without the capacity to master them, it could make the situation 1,000 times worse. Ugh, you're dumber than I thought.
Listen.
Absolute God in heaven. I forbid it.
Please protect all these people from harm.
Again, you will...
We must find a new safe haven quickly before things get any worse. What are you stopping for? If you don't keep running, you'll surely be killed. But Sean is in danger. I must not abandon Sean. She's our friend. That's right. Stop it now. Come on, let's work together to save our friend's village.
This tribe seems to be made up of half-assed fairies who couldn't make it to heaven or hell. We exterminate creatures like these on sight.
We won't let you do this, Charge!
My very friends. Frankly, I'm appalled. Did you drool out the last of your brains, slobbering like a disgusting mongrel?
What are you even saying?
Bet you're an idiot.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're the size of a sparrow, so it follows that you'd have a bird brain.
How
That's why
dare
you can't
you.
come up with a solution to this.
I beg you, Eowyn. Please don't burn down John's village. These people have done nothing wrong. Please don't.
I don't take orders from vermin who think they have the right to dress as humans.
How could you? What kind of monster would kill innocent little fairies? Why would you hurt them?
You continue to prove me right.
Hey, where's Sean?
Let's make this quick. We've wasted enough time. Tom.
No, she's been stabbed. I'm here, Sean.
The ribbon.
Try to stay still.
The ribbon.
I'll get it.
It belonged to my sister. Last year, the English army came through in search of food. They pillaged our home. They murdered my little sister.
Don't worry, Sean. I can be your sister. We'll be your family, so don't be sad.
My whole life, all I wanted was to be a princess knight. But they said that only aristocrats were allowed to have that job. So, from then on, I tried to end the war by using rituals instead. If only I had more power.
To become more than human carries enormous risk. At the very least, it would mean banishment from the church forever. Furthermore, for all eternity, one would always be on the run, living a solitary life without connection.
Sean, if you truly wish to go on living, I can grant you the power you need.
You wouldn't.
I would. If we allow her to swallow the Philosopher's Stone, she'll be able to assimilate its powers and heal the wound herself.
It's too late for that.
What if we put it directly into the wound? Would that work?
Is this the power you mentioned?
Yes. But Jean, if you attain this power, you will no longer be human. You won't be able to stay in this village.
I'd have to leave here, but where would I go? Does that mean I'd have to be all alone?
No. I'll remain by your side and protect you. From now on, until the day you draw your final breath, you'll never have to be alone.
I knew you were a fool. You're a danger to us all.
You think it will work? This normal human girl, can she assimilate half the Philosopher's Stone?
How should I know? No one's ever attempted this before.
What is this strange feeling? Everything seems warm.
It does. That's the power of the elixir moving between us.
pain!
I can't! It's killing me! I can't stand it! Make it stop!
You're almost there. Keep fighting.
It hurts! I want my mom! Make it stop! Just let me die and be with my sister!
Just hang on. Stay with me.
Well, since we're gonna die, how about a kiss?
Over your dead body.
Made your peace with God?
Are you prepared to meet your maker?
Oh, who said that?
Sean?
The girl from earlier. You don't even have a weapon. You really think you're a match for trained mercenaries?
That's my sword!
So this is the power of the Philosopher's Stone. I feel its holy magic welling up within me. If you're wise, you will fear me. I will make you weep and beg for mercy.
My God, what on earth happened to her?
You couldn't even call this a battle. Half-assed vermin who couldn't make it into heaven or hell. I'll exterminate you, vermin.
She's a monster! Retreat!
Enough! Stop this. Show some mercy, Jean.
Hey, what the hell happened to her?
That's what I want to know, too. She turned into a devil. That's not the Jean I recognize.
Once again, you prove your ignorance. It's the influence of the stone. Its power also intensifies emotion. Don't worry, humans don't have the fortitude to maintain the Ulysses frenzy long. Jeanne is just a girl, and she only assimilated half the stone. It won't be long.
You there, the dairy cow.
Dairy cow?
I challenge you to a fight. Killing meager soldiers cannot satisfy me, no matter how many of them I defeat. I crave a skirmish with a foe at least as strong as you.
All right, Jean, that's enough. You shouldn't be...
Hold on!
What's wrong?
You're going to get yourself killed.
I've another reason to fight you. Those huge breasts of yours are a terrible eyesore.
Keep your distance.
Thank God you're safe!
Oh, Jean?
Oh, she's been possessed by the devil!
Right here. Aim for the head, please. Even Ulysses couldn't survive if you obliterate my brain.
If I don't kill her now, I'll be dead.
I knew you would take my advice and aim for the head, and that it wouldn't even occur to you that your bullets are no match for my lightning speed!
At least I'll get killed by a cute girl, but that's not much consolation.
The power ran out. Good.
Jeanne can only function as Ulysses for 3 minutes at a time. The power granted to her is that of acceleration, and the emotion intensified is arrogance.
Mr. Mayor? When my mother and father come back, please explain the situation to them.
I don't even know where to begin. How do I explain this? How do I tell them their daughter became a demon?
Well, the possibility of eternal utopia just slipped further away.
So, Montmorency, where do you intend to go from here? Sadly, Jeanne can never return to this town. Not only that, but she'll be hunted down by the Inquisition, brutally tortured and executed.
No, she won't. From this day on, Jean will be known as a saint.
A saint? How is that possible?
Jean. It's time for us to go.
Montmorency!
As the English army advanced, the French royal court escaped Paris and relocated their palace to Chinon in the southwest. When the King of France died, a successor had to be crowned, but his male descendants had all perished in battle. As a result, a female heir ascended to the throne. Princess Charlotte now sits at the head of the royal court, frightened and unprepared to rule. With immense responsibility and crushing loneliness weighing on her heart, Charlotte calls out a name, that of an old friend with whom she'd shared a promise years before.
Montmorency.
will be saved by a brave young woman. At least that's the rumor spreading throughout the land. It's the talk of Paris, Rheims, Rouen, and every other city and hamlet from Flanders to Gascony. Has this town heard the news? I come bearing good tidings. These whispers are more than just fleeting gossip. Truth be told, it's just a rumor. But a story like that is only caught on because the people of this country want to believe it. That the only ones capable of ending this awful war are those who have been anointed to the task by God himself. Fear not! God has not yet abandoned France. The Archangel Michael descended from heaven and chose a female saint to save us.
No one in their right mind would ever think that's really true.
It's human nature to believe what one wants to be the truth. They want a female saint to save them. And if that saint happens to have been born a peasant, someone with whom they can identify, how happy would they be? I shall introduce her. The savior of France is this young woman, Jeanne of Domremy. That's your cue.
God appeared to the maiden Jeanne, and he spoke thus. You will save France from the English. You must end this bloody war that has ravaged your land for these past 80 years.
A fairy? No, I know fairies, and I've never seen nor heard of one with wings like that. So, does this mean this creature is...
It's an archangel!
That's right! This winged thing must truly be the Archangel Michael! So, that girl is the female saint!
If we're able to gain enough support in the countryside as we travel, it will make it more problematic for the Inquisitors to label Jeanne as a heretical witch. I'd also like to note that you have far more talent as a con artist than an alchemist.
Thanks to my archangel accomplice.
Excuse me, I'm the queen who presides over all the fairy tribes. How dare you belittle us? I am far superior to archangels. They're not even worthy to clean my wings.
You sure are tiny for one with such a lofty title, huh?
Stop patting me on the head like a dog! You are my slave, and I refuse to let you think otherwise. Now that you've devolved into a glorified elixir factory, you can't even become Ulysses. Yet for some ungodly reason, I continue to keep you on as a slave. So show me some gratitude.
Damn, she's just too adorable!
Your obsession with small women is a disease. Perhaps you should go see a doctor.
She was small once, before her town was torched, and she lost everything she loved. La Ira was an innocent little girl by the name of Etienne. Small women must remind her of a time before she was tainted by...
Not another word, or I'll make you regret it! How dare you call me tainted!
Please, I swear, I meant no offense.
Nancy!
What is it? What are you even doing awake still?
Well, I have a small request to make.
Ah, Sean, you're like a younger sister to me. You know that. And just like family, I would do anything for you, understand?
You mean it?
Yeah.
Like you really, really mean it?
Yeah.
Well, then can I have a kiss? I've been burning up ever since we left the last village. My throat feels so dry. You can see why I'd feel awkward asking you, but still, it's the only way I can get the elixir. I really don't know what else to do. Please help me.
This is a very unfortunate side effect of that idiot breaking the Philosopher's Stone in half. Under normal circumstances, the elixir only needs replenishing every few years, usually every few dozen years. But in this case, it looks like Jeanne will need it every time she activates Ulysses after the powers have been used up. In other words, every time she becomes Ulysses, she's going to have to pester Montmorency for kisses like some saliva-crazed demon!
No, please, wait!
I can't.
Can we at least do this where no one else can see us?
No, please help me. I have to have the elixir now.
Damn it! Montmorency, you bastard!
Satyr! Sick degenerate!
I'm not to blame! She's resolute!
We have to get out of here!
Don't just stand there, you imbecile. Fight! You have to protect Sean at all costs.
Considering we've been preaching for weeks in every village we pass, it's no surprise the Burgundian troops would be after us. Right, let's go, Jean! You just...
The elixir's so cool and refreshing. Thank you, I feel better.
I can hold them off, so you should just run.
I refuse to leave you. You only have 3 minutes. Please don't forget that.
We won't stand a chance if we fight her head on. We must find another way. I know this. You can only maintain the Ulysses state for 3 minutes. She couldn't take a life then, could she?
Count La Tremoille! What is it? We've received a letter for Princess Charlotte. It's signed by someone called Montmorency.
Say that again. What was the name of the sender?
It's, Montmorency.
I'll be keeping that, thanks.
I'll ask Charlotte. She'll agree to confer knighthood upon Jean. A female saint allying with the exiled government will boost army morale and energize the citizens. This may be our chance to actually end the war once and for all.
That Montmorency's quite a card. He sure has some wild ideas, don't you think?
Who would have thought he was the princess's close childhood friend? He's mysterious. Just who is he?
Montmorency?
I'm sorry. It's been 7 years since I last saw her, you know.
If you explain why you weren't able to reach her all this time, I'm sure she'll understand. She is one of your oldest friends.
I hope so.
But I must admit, I'm feeling a little nervous myself. Would a princess really appoint a peasant like me as her knight? I just can't see why she would. But what do you think?
This way, mademoiselle.
Monsieur.
Don't tarry.
That hurt. Damn, what's this all about?
Are you?
Rishma.
Your Majesty, thank goodness.
So, another self-proclaimed saint seeks my favor. Self-proclaimed prophets, self-proclaimed alchemists, and all the self-proclaimed mages. So many false saviors have made their way to my court. And then, they knelt before my decoy and made embarrassments of themselves, proving to all that they possess no real power to speak of. No one can save France, and there is certainly no one out there who can save me.
Nice to meet you. My name is Jean. I hail from the village of Domremy. By the way, is it common practice here for someone other than the princess to sit upon the throne?
She salted the princess is wild.
Could this young woman really be a saint?
No, it's not possible.
Up there! You have to be the true monarch, Majesty. I beg you, if it be your will, please make me a knight.
It's been 7 years. I have heard the rumors that you escaped on your own, fought your way free from the English. But after you escaped, you came under Charlotte's command. I thought you had become a general, so what are you doing down here?
I investigated rumored misconduct high in the army's ranks. For my pains, I was ostracized by the corrupt nobility, and ended up in chains for doing the right thing.
You've always been a crusader for justice. You're too righteous and turn everyone against you.
Tell me why. Why did you abandon me when I needed you most?
no longer strangers. I want you to become my knight.
I accepted his offer and joined with him. France would be annihilated at any rate. Someone would then have to play the role of conciliator. I thought it should be me. However, not long after that, Henry V, who took me in, passed away very suddenly. My plan to redeem myself failed. I returned to France as a knight for the English, a traitor to my homeland. But then...
Upon my imminent death, I want you to continue our noble quest to make France an English territory. Those were the king's dying words. Don't make me repeat myself. There will be no peace treaty, and Princess Charlotte will have to be overthrown, unfortunately.
You can't.
Oh, by the way, Lady Richemont, I think that you should become my wife now.
Your wife? What are you talking about?
I am about to conquer what's left of your precious country. No, I shall not stop till I rule the heavens. But first, I will conquer you, my dear. That little girl I found on the battlefield, she sure has grown up, hasn't she? Damn it, wench! Guards!
So I did escape the English army, technically. Even though it meant being labeled a treacherous deserter. However, I had no other choice.
Richemont.
I truly believed that you would come rescue me, but you let me down just like the rest. So what happened? Why didn't you come save me?
What's the matter, madame?
Grand Chamberlain of the Palace, La Tremoille. I sensed something was off about him from the start. Now I know something is very wrong in this castle. Montmorency's sudden disappearance must be related to this. Has to be.
Who would have guessed the Archangel Michael was a rare fairy?
How did you figure it out? That the woman on the throne was a double?
Well, I was told the princess had very large breasts, even bigger than Laira's, which is saying something. Montmorency was right.
Do you actually know someone called Montmorency?
Of course I do. We're here because he gave a letter to the gatekeeper. It was addressed to you. They told us you gave permission to enter the castle. So you should know Montmorency sought an audience with you.
I didn't receive any letter. And where's Montmorency now?
Well, he disappeared without a trace when we first arrived here, which really puts me in a bind.
I see. So he just ran away. Huh? Of course he did. He must be too ashamed of himself to look me in the eye.
Your Majesty?
He abandoned me so long ago. All to play alchemist in that silly little workshop. It makes sense that he'd forget his promise.
Montmorency isn't the kind who goes around breaking promises.
I never knew practicing alchemy would distort my sense of time. But forgive me. I know that doesn't pass for an excuse. I'm a worthless piece of trash who couldn't save his friend. But please believe one thing. The Inquisitors chased us throughout France, and we ran like cowards the whole time. But not because of some fear of death. I fled because I had to keep our promise.
Well, what are we waiting for?
We solemnly swear
That no matter what,
Even after we graduate from the academy,
we'll remain best friends forever!
I always wanted it to be a reality. I knew the war would get in the way, so I wanted to end it. That's why I continued running, and why I came to this place. Our vow has been in the front of my mind this whole time.
See? So don't lose faith in Montmorency. Your Majesty, are you well?
You mean he lost all sense of time for 7 years? In that case, he's not to blame. But I simply can't forgive him! He has no idea how lonely and scared I've been all these years. For if he knew, he'd never expect me to have faith in him. I had no one on my side to help me. Not even my mother. She abandoned me so
Sorry, Your Majesty.
I'm impressed by your speedy reaction, though it's too bad you had to sacrifice your arm.
You think you've won just because you broke my arm?
Your name. I'll need it if I'm to give you a proper burial.
Call me Marguerite. It's only an alias, though. I shed my given name when I decided to become an assassin! You're a monster who's taken the form of a young woman! It appears this might be your first fight to the death in an enclosed space. Let me tell you, it's a whole different game than fighting outdoors!
No!
How pathetic. You can't even fight a girl without covering yourself with that filthy breastplate. Well, no matter. I'll just have to crush it along with your useless warhammer! If the metal had just been a bit thinner, I would have crushed your stinking guts with that last blow, don't you think?
The Domremy girl reached her time limit exactly on schedule. I took advantage of this one fatal flaw.
Who's there? Who speaks?
I have sinned. Forgive me, Majesty.
Bishma.
It's you. Why, hello there. It's been a while. I never would have guessed, but I'm somehow unsurprised you'd be the one to intercept my letter to Princess Charlotte, La Trimoyer.
So you're alive and kicking, little stepbrother.
I left the unseemly fighting to that brute and bade my time while she exhausted herself battling him.
Help!
There's no use making a fuss, Majesty. Rest assured I have no ill will towards you. After all, I'm only following orders to obtain the Philosopher's Stone by any means necessary.
The English army continued their advance. In an effort to halt their progress, the exiled French court at Chinon attempted to enter into peace talks with the leadership of Burgundy. However, soon it all changed. Duke John I of Burgundy was brutally murdered during negotiations with one of the more radical factions of the French royal family. With that, the relationship between the two nations became irreparable. Upon Duke John's death, Philippe the Good ascended to rule over Burgundy. As our story resumes, Philippe is en route to Chinon on a top-secret mission.
She can only maintain a Ulysses state for 3 minutes. I have sinned. Forgive me, Majesty. I left the unseemly fighting to that brute and bade my time while she exhausted herself battling him.
Help!
There's no use making a fuss, Majesty. Rest assured I have no ill will towards you. After all, I'm only following orders to obtain the Philosopher's Stone by any means necessary.
Think you're better than us mercenaries? Look over here! Not even gonna say hello?
Looks like that imp Montmorency wasn't lying through his teeth about knowing the princess after all. They finally delivered. Here's our unpaid salary!
Bring the booze! My cup runneth over!
What's wrong with you, Etienne?
Jean and the others have been captured.
Come again? Their capture got us paid?
You know how it goes. Mind your own business.
I may as well tell you I'm called Gerard, and I'm about to butcher you like the frightened little rabbit that you are now that your power's worn off. But before that, I'd like you to tell me how one transmutes the elixir. The Philosopher's Stone is useless without that knowledge, therefore I intend to obtain it. If you refuse to reveal your secrets, then I shall be forced to mutilate the princess's beautiful face.
Montmorency, you have to kiss him to obtain the elixir. If flows straight from his lips, so there's no other way to get it.
Oh, that's quite an amusing joke. How clever.
It's the truth. But I beg this of you, don't hurt him no matter what you choose to do. I'll give my stone freely. Just swear not to hurt anyone else.
Someone help us.
I've heard a person cry out in agony after their throat has been slit. Have you ever experienced such a thing? So remain quiet over there, Your Majesty, or I shall be forced to show Jean what I mean.
It would be dishonest to claim that we ever got along. Regardless, families shouldn't treat their own this way.
But you deserve this treatment, dear cousin. The French royal family will not achieve supremacy through warmongering or strategy, but through politics. We shall relinquish the French throne and cede northern France to England, as we've lost both already. In exchange, we will secure territorial rights to the land south of the Loire, thus regaining status and acquiring a new title, Royal Family of Southern France.
Explain that in layman's terms.
Philippe the Good is en route to visit this castle as we speak. There is no hope for the survival of the royal family, unless we make peace with England. No one is better suited to serve as a mediator between the two than her, as she is the favor of both sides. I've spent an inordinate amount of time and effort doing all I can to bring this plan to fruition, and yet here you come, plotting to overthrow Princess Charlotte with your fraudulent claims of this supposed female saint. You are pathetic. Same for you, Richemont. Are you in league trying to eliminate the royal family?
I am curious about one thing. You came up with this plan on your own, didn't you? Exactly as I thought. The Charlotte whom I know would never lie down and accept defeat like this.
That's where you're wrong. The Charlotte you once knew sadly no longer exists. As head of the royal family, she has seen more bloodshed than anyone should in a single lifetime. One person can only endure so much before losing hope.
Please, that's enough.
She secluded herself and left the decision-making to La Tremoille. When they stripped me of the title of general, Charlotte didn't even lift a finger to help me. She stopped believing in me, in the future, in all that had meant anything to her in the past.
I'm to blame for this. For those many years, I didn't even offer a single word of reassurance. So it's my fault.
Stop right there!
It's not over. I can't just let things end this way. That promise we made. I won't give up on it without a fight. Richemont and Charlotte, Philippe too. Friends can never be replaced. I'll save them and atone for the failures of my past.
And how do you presume you can accomplish that?
Don't you remember? When we were kids, I was the first one to say back then that I wanted us all to be friends forever. Stay back. I'll handle this. You're not used to fighting.
Richemont,
Oh, splendid. We'll take care of you first. Give those to me.
Looks like I got here just in time. The great female mercenary of Gascony, La Ira. I love a grand entrance.
You came here to save us?
Well, no, not quite. I'm really here to save Jean and Astaroth.
Naturally.
You double-crossing mercenary. We already paid you a hefty sum!
Oh yeah, you're right. You can have this back. Attack, men! Don't let him escape!
I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. Please forgive me.
I apologize. Because I must have done something to make your Majesty cry. Forgive me.
Well then.
Someone help! Please! We're in here! Please save us!
They're in that room!
We're here! Sorry we're late!
Montmorency!
Let go of her, you bastard!
Your employer ran off, the coward.
Perhaps you should tell that to the man slumped against the wall, as I have no employer.
Do you mean La Tremoille didn't hire you to assassinate her? Hurry up and shoot.
You just keep quiet. I can't fire. The moment I pull the trigger, he'll slit Jean's throat. We'll have to figure out something else.
What are you after, sir?
The Philosopher's Stone.
Come again?
Don't worry, I'll explain things later. Have the stone if you wish. I have the other half of it right here. It's the counterpart to the piece Saint-Jean.
Oh, I wish I had only known. It would have been much easier to simply kill you and take it rather than trifle with these girls.
Montmorency, you can't!
I'll trade you the stone for Jean. Then you can swallow it, become Ulysses, and leave all of us alone.
I think not. You take me for a fool, but I know swallowing the stone without elixir will kill me immediately. I was already aware of that tidbit. The girl told me the precious elixir flows right from your mouth.
Well, damn. There's no slipping anything by you. All right, I'll soak the stone with some elixir first.
This is it. How excellent. Now the power is mine. I shall become Ulysses with power even greater than Jean's.
I wouldn't speak so soon. Believe me, if I could avoid kissing Jean to give her the elixir, I would. But it evaporates the moment it makes contact with air, which means you swallowed the stone dry without any elixir to protect you from death.
You tricked me!
Jean!
I have a multitude of questions.
I expect so.
I never would have imagined that the female saint was only a young woman who had swallowed the Philosopher's Stone.
She's not just a young woman. Even without the magic the stone provides, Jean has the heart and soul of a saint. She cared more about saving my life than her own, even though we had met only moments before.
Montmorency.
Philippe.
Pardon? Who will pay the bill?
Oh, worry not, mister. Here's our unpaid salary. And a bonus.
It's been a long time. But you're looking well.
My original intention for coming here was to serve as the mediator on behalf of House Burgundy.
If Charlotte were to surrender to the English, do you believe that the war would end? Because it won't. The French royal family has innumerable offshoots. It would open the door for claims of heirship to the throne as the one true successor, and would just breed further chaos.
Then what should we do instead?
France must unite as one.
You think so?
I do. If the French regal lineage became incontestable, and this nation was bound by that unity, then England would be forced to give up and the war would end. As such, to set that in motion, the Duchy of Burgundy needs to sign a truce and officially ally with France. It can't be done without your help.
There's been far too much bloodshed between us for that.
The gulf between the duchy and royal family can be bridged, though. Jean can do it. If she supports a truce, then so will the people. Also, I will stand behind you. I'm sure it's been hard, but I promise you shall never be alone again, old friend.
Montmorency.
Philippe, my daughter.
Father!
Tell me mine ears deceive me. You must not even consider this alliance. Why a truce with those who murdered your father?
You're wrong. Charlotte wasn't the one who murdered you. She had nothing to do with it.
You must view this turmoil as an opportunity. Establish dominance. Turn Burgundy into the most powerful region in Europe. You shall bring your father's dream to its culmination.
Please, I need some elixir.
Not now. Be patient. Well, I'm uncomfortable doing that here. Just wait a minute. Jean, stop it!
I feel so much better. Elixir is the best medicine.
That's so awkward.
Oh, In order to use the Philosopher's Stone, you must kiss Montmorency, huh? Well, I want to try it too. I don't mind kissing if it gains me the stone's power. If you and I were to kiss, then I would be protected by the elixir. Then I could swallow the other half of the stone and become Ulysses myself. Don't you think the ruler should have that power?
Wait, just a minute. I can't allow you to do that. Even though you're the queen, I still don't want you kissing Montmorency.
Oh, really? Haven't we formed a sisterly bond? What's mine is yours. Don't you feel the same?
No, I simply refuse to share. Your breasts are far too large for me to ever allow you to lock lips with Montmorency. I won't let you kiss.
What does that have to do with anything? It's the effect of the stone. She's a bit bristly for a while after using it.
Regardless, Jean's the only Ulysses we need. Because as long as Philippe decides to form an alliance with us, the war will be over soon and no one else will have to swallow the stone.
Your jealousy's obvious.
Huh? Don't tell me Richemont secretly wants to kiss Montmorency so she can get the elixir and become Ulysses too!
I do not! If you bow before me now and implore to give Montmorency over to you because you love him, I shall be happy to oblige.
I never said... Oh, will you two stop playing around?
Believe me, I'm not playing. I take matters of the heart just as seriously as anyone.
Ridiculous.
That's enough of this silliness! What do you think the Philosopher's Stone is? Some kind of cheap toy?
Astaroth is right. Stop it. The stone grants awesome power, but it brings about great losses as well. That's the duality of its nature. I don't intend to let anyone else use the stone. It's too dangerous. In any case, if I wanted that, I would have given Richemont elixir and let her swallow the stone to help us escape.
How dare you assume that I would allow you to place your lips against mine for that? What do you take me for?
Oh, are you saying you let him kiss you otherwise?
No one's kissing Montmorency!
Philippe, have you come to a decision?
If the four of us band together, I have no doubt the English will fall, especially with Jean.
Let's work as one to end this war for good. The promise we made its children was meant to be tested by a challenging trial like this.
The assassin Gerard was from Burgundy.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Gerard was acting on my father's wishes by coming to the palace. My father wanted to obtain the Philosopher's Stone for Burgundy and use it to make our house the most powerful in Europe.
You can't mean that.
I choose to abide by his wishes. My apologies, but I simply cannot fight alongside you in this.
I suppose we must accept that Philippe has forgotten the vow we made.
Where are you going?
You're determined to fulfill the familial duty that has been thrust upon you by fate. For that, I must admit that I respect and admire you, dear Philippe. To turn Burgundy into the most powerful empire in all of Europe? Is that really what you want? I don't believe it for a second.
What's this? Get off it!
Come on! Abandon your father's self-serving ambitions. We made a vow to stick together always.
I won't warn you again.
Montmorency.
Philippe.
This must be some trick of fate that brought us together after all this time. I never could have done this otherwise, but because it was you, I was able to find the courage. I have now obtained the elixir, Father, like you asked.
I have come to an official decision. We'll not surrender. We shall drive the English out of our land and achieve a victory so overwhelming that they daren't dream of invading this great nation ever again.
It seems Her Majesty's had some sort of rebirth.
What brought about such change?
Who knows?
It's wonderful that she's so invigorated, but we've lost almost all of our soldiers.
Don't worry, for I've come to lead France to glory!
It is said that lilies are a symbol of purity. Therefore, Jean the Maiden, that particular coat of arms suits you quite aptly.
Jean the Saint must be the source of this change in Her Majesty. She's lifted her
The
spirits.
Lord has not forsaken our great nation after all. May God bless
Let us
France.
defeat the invaders as one, Your
My
Majesty.
sincere gratitude to all of you! I give my thanks! I will stand on the front lines and defeat the English in the name of our Lord!
so invested in making this world a better place when it's not even your own? You don't seem like the philanthropic type.
To atone.
Montmorency! Charlotte says you can be second in command. That means you and I get to lead the troops together.
What do you think of that? Get over here!
Oh, coming.
A curious turn. I believe I understand the situation as you've described it. However, even if Her Majesty approves of this young woman and thus bestows her blessing, God will punish anyone who confers knighthood upon a heretic. I assure you, I will never allow this blasphemy to stand. May justice prevail in the name of our Father.
The Cathedral of Our Lady at Reims. For centuries, generations of French monarchs have been crowned within these sacred ornate walls. However, in the wake of Charles VI's sudden death, no ruler officially sat upon the throne of France. England saw this vacancy as an opportunity and chose to take advantage of the situation. In an attempt to legitimize their rule of France, they forced a coronation ceremony for their king, Henry VI, to be held at the cathedral. For this reason, it was imperative that Princess Charlotte be crowned queen as quickly as possible. In order for her to reach the cathedral for such an event, the French army needed to liberate Orleans and secure a safe path to Reims. The clash in Orleans intensified as the tides of war continued to shift in England's favor.
Sir Alanson!
Where's the cavalry? Not enough troops.
I am not to blame for this.
I knew that'd be the case, but still, it's frightening.
Like I said, not my fault.
How you doing today? I'm alright, I guess.
If only you'd told me. I could have done something about this.
Come! Why don't you and I go liberate Orleans by ourselves?
You are really strong, I'll give you that. But still, you can only fight as Ulysses for 3 minutes, and it takes you half a day to recover. It'd never work. We only have one hope now.
Please, go no further. Lady Rishma!
My brother!
Oh, sister.
You had better keep your promise and call on us.
Yes, of course, don't we?
I hope I get to be alone with you next time.
Oh, love, you're so adorable. But you must never force me to choose one woman. You cannot own me. My love belongs to all the beautiful women in the world. Now, what can I do for you?
Save it. I need 2,000 men.
It's been too long. We should catch up. I'll have a nice Bordeaux pulled from the cellar.
I sent you dozens of requests already. I've yet to receive a single reply, so I was forced to come inquire in person.
My dear sister, being a ruler is an incredibly busy occupation, as you understand.
Apologies, I forgot something.
Oh, one moment. Here you go, my love.
Thank you kindly, my good lady.
I despise war. It destroys love and stifles art. Nothing good ever comes of it.
It creates great tales of heroism.
I detest those as well.
The French royal family permitted the Bretons to move into this land centuries ago. Have you forgotten our legacy? One of great chivalry and knighthood and loyalty. It's endured for 900 years. You promised to send soldiers to support the royal family, yet you've done nothing but postpone fulfilling that vow.
If England wins the wars they're projected to, all factions who assisted the French crown will be dealt with severely.
Which is why I'm here asking you for the troops who could prevent that.
Come have some wine.
My brother is hopeless.
Brittany is an independent kingdom. It does not belong to France. What you are trying to accomplish would lead this nation straight to its doom. We simply cannot allow you to get away with it. You have a body that seems built for sin.
Then I'm going with you.
You have my thanks. I'm obligated to help my best client's sister. I had no idea Brittany had fallen into such disarray. When the nation is in peril, its people suffer. Everywhere you go, hearts are heavy. I suppose, with a ruler like that, it's to be expected. He'll just wait till the end and side with the victor. Or worse, he's simply too much of a coward to make a decision. He lacks the courage it would take to stand up and declare allegiance. But no amount of procrastinating will shield him from the choice at hand. Lady Richemont, let me tell you a little story about your brother.
Lord Bedford has made yet another demand of me, my love. He wants me to hand him Richemont.
He is obsessed with her.
I hate him.
If you choose to comply, you'll essentially be declaring your support for England.
She's my sister. I couldn't hand her over. She needs someone gentle who will treat her with respect. I will employ every dirty trick in my arsenal. I'll outsmart him at every turn. I will protect her from him no matter what it takes.
He's an indecisive coward, exactly how you've described him. That may be true. And he's wholly unfit to rule, no question. But still, there is some valor in him, if only where you're concerned. I hope you can acknowledge that part of him. He's complicated, but he cares deeply for you.
You have got to pull harder than that, John!
So this is the mythical sword Joyous? Looks like a regular old blade to me.
How dare you! That sword has a distinguished past and symbolizes centuries of French royal authority. When John wields his blade in my name, it could draw out loyal knights from all over the country to fight for our cause!
Do you really think it'll be that easy? I doubt this thing could even slice a radish.
You're a fool. For your information, that is a philosopher's stone that has been forged into a sword. What? Yes, what is it? We're busy.
Oh, my apologies, Your Majesty. But Count La Tremoille is back and requests an audience.
I mistakenly assumed that an uprising was taking place within the castle. I cannot express enough how much I regret fleeing, Your Grace. I should never have left you.
A likely story. Aren't you the one who hired an assassin?
I'm sorry. I heard the man called Marguerite bit off his own tongue when he was captured and died in the palace. But you think I hired him? Have you any proof?
So, what do you want with me? I will not restore your former title of Grand Chamberlain.
Take a look at this.
It can't be.
Have you heard the rumors about Jean?
Really? Oh, yes. I can't believe she's a witch. Virginity test?
That bastard. He must have given the church this idea, that Jean gained superhuman powers by laying with the devil.
Don't tell me you agreed to let her take this test. I would never.
If La Tremoille is involved with this in any way, they will defile her somehow. I'm afraid they might even rape her.
If only I had succeeded in securing troops for my brother. Our situation might be very different right about now. I'm sorry.
You've always been too serious for your own good. But even so, I'm glad you're still the same old Richemont I've always known.
Montmorency.
Don't bear this on your own. Let me carry some of the burden. Please.
I ask you, why is the young woman from Domremy running away from a virginity test? Could it be that she has some dark secret to hide?
Her Majesty has no business covering up the whole affair. General Richemont, who we counted on to deliver troops, has failed to live up to her promise as well. Furthermore, the man called Montmorency, whom the princess allowed to enter the palace, is a known practitioner of black magic, whom the church has named a heretic. Yea, the French royal family has devolved into a cesspool of corruption. The moment Count de Tremoille left, decency left with him.
I must regain my title of Grand Chamberlain soon, for if I don't, the royal family is sure to be overthrown. And when I make my triumphant return to the castle, I cannot wait to add that winged fairy to my wonderful collection.
That's not true.
It is!
Absolutely not! Jean blames herself for not being able to attract enough soldiers to assist our campaign. She thinks it's her fault that we cannot depart for Orleans. She wants to take the virginity test.
We can't escape this predicament by relying solely on Joyeuse to boost morale and recruit troops. At least not until this distraction is dealt with.
I won't allow it. Richemont, I beg you, implore the Duke of Brittany again to send us his troops. Please, friend.
Jean, it seems I've led you down a dark and thorny path. Forgive me.
No, you saved my life, and for that I'm eternally grateful. I was fated to die, but because of your kindness I have been reborn. Please don't apologize.
The Duke of Brittany is a coward, waiting for the war to end so that he may side with the victor like some parasite. The truth of the matter is, this war would have been over a long time ago if Brittany had fulfilled its duty.
Brittany is a sovereign nation of proud Bretons. We do not need the French royal family to bully us into annexing. Do you hold some conflicting opinion?
Yes, I'm not the only one either. Besides, I don't call the shots in the royal family. I'm merely a figurehead. Not to mention your mother's behavior, marrying the English king with the French king not yet cold in his grave.
Like that, is it? I have nothing further to discuss with you.
Suit yourself, you traitor!
I promise you this. I will protect you for the rest of my life. I will forsake the vow of marriage. Just as legendary knights swore allegiance to noble women, so too will we live a life of singular inner purity.
You'd do that for me?
I would.
That makes me so happy.
Is it true that General Richemont has resigned?
Indeed.
That little girl I found on the battlefield, she sure has grown up, hasn't she?
I didn't run from him that night because I was afraid to lose my purity. I did it because I refused to give my purity away to anyone but you. But now, you have her.
I will assign someone equally as qualified to the position. So please assure Santrea and the others that there's nothing for them to fear. I'll solve the problem of our lack of
I'm resigning my post as well.
You're what?
I refuse to lead my men to certain death. My apologies.
Though it was only for a short while, I am grateful for your protection. Please take this.
I'm counting on you, Archangel.
Yeah.
The Archangel will address you now. She has a message from our Lord about the maiden from Domremy.
I object. That's not an angel at all. It's merely a rare winged fairy documented in ancient text.
A divine messenger or some archaic manuscripts? Which would God have you believe?
We won't need to believe either one. As soon as the maiden takes the test, we'll have our answer.
Jean has put her life on the line so that you might be free from the horrors of war.
Do not be taken in by the lies of this dark magician.
Damn it. Don't engage. If you attack now, then we'll have an uprising on our hands.
Come quick! Montmorency is in grave danger!
dies.
How dare you! Can't say I'm surprised. This is what happens when you try to act tough without strength to back it up. You hear me?
Yes, Sean.
If you just take the test, we'd relent!
Shut your dirty mouth and die. It'd take 10 seconds. I could strike all of you down right now. But I will show you mercy. At dawn. No, perhaps it would be better to do it straight away. I will submit to your ridiculous test.
Jean refuses to kill anyone because she lost her little sister to the savagery of war. She knows that any life taken is gone from this earth forever. She's felt that profound loss, and that's why she vowed to use her power for good, to protect human life and never to destroy it. So, I ask you now, does this look like a demon to you?
Montmorency! Jean!
Are you sure we can take Joyeuse with us?
I would much rather become Ulysses myself and make the journey with you to Orleans. But alas, my position as ruler makes that impossible. We've assembled a great many new knights thanks to the legend of Joyeuse. So Jean must hold on to it.
Agreed.
These knights sure are impressive, don't you think? Yes, but can men like us ever measure up?
You idiots! If a young woman like Jean can fight for France, then you can too!
You're right.
We're the Maiden Volunteer Corps. We will devote our lives to Jean and to the fall of England. We'll be a force to reckon with.
Remember, you can only equip yourself with one Philosopher's Stone at a time.
Okay.
Don't break that rule.
Got it.
Because there's just half of a stone in you and not a whole one, you were able to absorb Joyeuse's power, but only for a brief moment. And you may do that a single time, got it? You cannot depend on its power again.
That's enough schooling for now.
Insolence! How can you both be so cavalier about the Philosopher's Stones?
Look at all of them!
We cannot afford to lose our focus. Yes, we must end the war against England, but that's just the first step toward ending all war, and rebuilding the whole world as a peaceful utopia, Montmorency. Although, I should use your full name for an occasion like this. Gilles de Montmorency Laval. Or maybe, the abbreviated version would be more suitable. Gilles de Rais.
I really don't care. Call me whatever you want. So yeah, ready?
Onward to Orleans!
The conflict between England and France continued to escalate and was set to reach its climax at the Siege of Orleans. If the English were to succeed in conquering the city, they would surely be able to topple the rest of southern France with relative ease. On the other hand, if France were to defend Orleans from being taken by the English, they would then be able to escort Princess Charlotte to her coronation ceremony. In service of the cause, Montmorency was hard at work, attempting to lead a regiment of about 100 men to Orleans, along with provisions. However, the only bridge they could use to cross the Loire was already occupied by the English army, and the impregnable Tourelle complex sat on the southern shore, preventing Montmorency from crossing.
A frontal assault will be quite difficult. It looks like our only option is to sneak around to the eastern side, where it's not as heavily guarded, and transport the provisions across the Loire on boats. Astaroth. Find the commanding officer in Orleans. Have him send us troops to use as a diversion.
All this work almost makes me wish I couldn't fly.
Yakulet.
Bring everything to the barn and back. And please be careful. There's no need to rush.
We're almost there. I believe in every one of you.
Montmorency!
Oh, hello, Batard. Long time no see.
Oh, wow! I had no idea the commanding officer was a princess knight!
I'm not a girl, I'm male. It's just that my cousin Charlotte has forced me to dress in girls' clothing ever since I was a baby, so I get why you think that.
I don't want a boy cousin. I want a girl to play with, someone like me.
Oh, I see. Well, that explains why your chest is even flatter than mine.
Girls scare me a little, so please don't touch.
Being bullied by Charlotte left him with some scars, I see.
I'm not scared of gentlemen, though, so feel free to touch me if you'd like, Montmorency.
I think I'll pass.
If you don't want to, then why are your cheeks so red?
Could we focus, please?
What a bunch of fools. I'd heard rumors, but I wasn't prepared to see you with an archangel on your hat.
Who's he?
Alan's son. Richemont's younger brother.
My sister is a selfish brat.
Don't say that.
She is a disgrace to the tradition of knighthood. Well, at least we have her. I have always dreamed of fighting alongside an inexperienced shepherdess.
I'm flattered.
You're not familiar with sarcasm, are you?
Huh?
It's not too late to turn this around. Send the poor thing back to Domremy.
What?
They're about to break through the front line! I'll be right down. Don't you understand, Montmorency? Dressing a poor shepherd girl in armor and throwing her into battle violates the very code of chivalry we knights live by.
He's even more insufferable than he used to be.
It's not been easy for him, living in his sister's shadow all these years.
You must view this as an opportunity, Alanson. If you shift the tide of this battle on your own without your sister getting in the way, then no one can ever call you the useless little brother again.
Fear not, men! Justice is on our side! Therefore, God is on the side of France as well! Out of my way! What?
What on earth was that?
Why not fight me instead? I'm a worthy adversary.
Is this the same girl from before? What happened? She carries herself like a warrior now.
Who are you, then?
I'm Ulysses Noir.
Noir. You call yourself the Black Ulysses. Interesting. Then I shall test your mettle. Let us see if you deserve to bear the name Ulysses.
This is no fight between mere mortals.
I've been dying to watch you. Honestly, the main reason I came here is to see you in action on the battlefield.
You won't be laughing for much longer.
She's too fast.
I can't believe you actually dodged my attack.
John!
Come back!
Stop chasing her! Remember, you can only fight as Ulysses 3 minutes at a time. Are you alright?
Fall back at once!
I am just so honored to bask in the presence of a real saint. I can't believe I would be so
Ulysses. I suppose they're saying the legends are true then. Overwhelming fighting power? I'll buy that. But England has always been known as a land of monsters, too. When one studies our military history, they essentially study the history of hunting abominations. This is nothing we haven't encountered before. Isn't that right, Glassdale?
It's gonna cost you.
Don't worry about that. Money is no obstacle to our aims. Bring her to me dead or alive. Hunt down that hideous monster. Forgive me if my saying monster was insensitive. I meant no offense.
I hope you can refrain from taking matters into your own hands next time. We work as a team, or not at all.
Yes.
Our beloved sage, the blessed maiden of Doremi! Archangels with them as well!
I don't feel right receiving this praise. I'm not a real savior, so the fanfare makes me feel bad.
Stop with that nonsense. You are a real savior in your own right.
Really? Well then, thank you! Thank you! Let's beat England as one!
I still can't believe you were able to get past an English fortress so easily.
The most important factor in war is the person in command. Also, at this time of year, strong winds blow in from the Loire at certain times of day, and I know when they do. Light up a fire and the rest will take care of itself. France is our country. We have a geographical advantage.
You're the best, Lawrence!
Please, I mean no offense, but I don't like boys. Enough! Sorry.
That's so rejuvenating.
Would it kill you to ask me for once?
Sorry, I can't help it. I simply don't feel like myself unless I've had a little elixir. I need more, Montmorency. Just a little, and then I promise I'll leave you alone.
Get away! Now you're just being greedy! You had plenty! This is absurd! Leave me be! This is wrong! Why'd I agree to let her sleep here?
Montmorency, the more Jean kisses you, the faster your feelings toward her change. You're starting to see her as an attractive member of the opposite sex.
It's not like that.
But you are male and she's female. You cannot deny your primal instinct to procreate. Humans are no different from animals in that regard, unfortunately.
This is absolutely wrong. I have to come up with a solution at once.
There is one solution that comes to mind.
What is it?
I need the stone.
Okay. Who is this?
If you manage to harness the power of the Philosopher's Stone to its fullest extent, this ethereal beauty will devote herself to you.
I had no idea the Philosopher's Stone held such secrets.
I assure you, if you take her into your arms, you will never again be charmed by the wiles of human women.
I can't do it. I won't deny the intoxicating power of her beauty. Nevertheless, true love cannot be built on physical attraction alone. You have to know your partner deeply. Fooled ya, huh? That's just something I read once in a silly romance novel. Where are you going?
No one has succeeded yet. No wielder of the stone has been able to hold her. I blame heroes and their lust for glory. They swarm like moths to the fires of war, blinded by their desire for power. And thus, every one of them chooses to forget her.
What's going on out there?
The peasants are attacking the tower.
We're tired of the English doing whatever they please. We'll stop them once and for all.
We have a saint fighting on our side. If we die in battle, we shall be rewarded in the kingdom of God.
They're heading toward the Tyrell complex? But all the English troops are holed up inside the fortress. They'll all be slaughtered. We don't have a sound strategy for defeating Ulysses Noir either. So why didn't you stop them?
I tried, believe me, but none of them would listen to a word I said.
This whole thing is your fault.
Excuse me?
If morale is too low, people refuse to follow orders. But if they get too worked up, they become even harder to control. You and that saint, you filled their heads with fanatic nonsense. I will take command. Any objections? This violates the code of chivalry, but as we are desperate, we must use the mob headed to Les Tourets as a diversion and direct our forces toward the other fortress. We'll have to accept that many will die, but it won't be in vain.
That's a logical course of action. Richemont trained him to be a highly effective warrior.
Count Alençon, we can't do that.
Jean.
We must fight alongside those headed towards Tourret. We came all this way to save the citizens of Orléans, and if we use them as a diversion, the journey to this point will have been for nothing.
We simply don't have the manpower to stand a chance against professional soldiers guarding an impregnable fortress.
I'll fight at Les Tourets, even if I have to go alone.
But Jean, if you get killed there, then Orleans will surely fall to the English. And if that happens, the English soldiers will work themselves into a frenzy of bloodlust, and they won't care that I'm a boy. They'll just take me anyway and use me as they please. Oh, I want my mother!
War calls for careful strategy and discipline. If our emotions take over, then we are lost. We'll fall to them one by one. You must remain strong. And Jean.
Jean's emotions are reverberating against the power of the stone. She's on the verge of losing control.
How can we stop it?
We can't, I'm afraid. No one can stop her at this point. She's too far gone.
What a strange turn of events.
Damn it!
Who would have thought they'd attack head-on with no strategy? That movement reeks of sheer desperation. Well, no matter. I am here to do a job, and I'll follow through regardless.
I'm sorry, Montmorency.
There's no need to be sorry that you're fighting for the lives of peasants. I expect that. Now, if you'd agreed with Alençon, I'd have been shocked. Wait for the right moment. You got it?
God save the maiden! You are no longer men, but shields for her, heroes of Orleans!
These are not the French peasants who are accustomed to fighting. The witch of Don Remy turned them into demons! She's made them immortal!
Their fear is giving over to passion. So far, it's just as Montmorency predicted.
Where's the Ulysses? Glasdale. One William Glasdale, that is. Before you perish, I think you should know the name of the man who's responsible. You witch. Ulysses. Enemy of all mankind. You couldn't be killed, and so I've come to help my fellows reduce you to dust and ashes.
Here they are.
That's right. When the battle drags on like this, the commanding officer will come fight on the front line. Where's Jean?
Run for cover, men! Go! Now! Retreat! Go! Hurry!
No! Attack!
What?
You're mine!
Jean! She's hit!
The power granted to you by your Philosopher's Stone is known as acceleration. But it's not possible to accelerate while you're in freefall. Sorry, that's the rule. Glasdale's attack was only a diversion, designed to make you launch into the air and initiate a freefall attack, so that I could step in and capture you.
Poor little French girl. My first projectile was a feint. Now have a taste of my actual weapon. Ashes to ashes, demon.
No, it can't be! Let go of me!
How fitting that this is the end God chose for us. We will die together with our purity intact, while our dear Montmorency watches helplessly from afar.
You speak as if you know me.
Ashes to ashes. Those who pass away are destined for the realm of the dead. So die, John, and we will meet again there.
just as one would expect of monsters who are still alive, animated by the devil. But alas, this arrow was fashioned from a sliver of the Holy Lance of Antioch, the spear that killed Jesus. It is a philosopher's stone. Even without drinking the elixir or sacrificing my own humanity, I have the power to wield it as a weapon. One that is capable of killing any Ulysses, no matter how powerful. Ordinarily, Ulysses can regenerate any part of the body except for the brain. However, organs taken by this weapon will not heal. He who wields the Holy Lance is an agent of God sent to hunt you down. You're a scourge and must be exterminated. Hear my holy title. I am the Ulysses Hunter.
Eternal separation from the one you cherish. Your love for Montmorency is a weakness, for it makes you fear death. And then there's me. I'm simply awaiting death with nothing binding my heart to this realm. I was no match for you from the beginning.
Montmorency.
Sean. Please, no.
Montmorency. Montmorency. Montmorency.
You can't die!
Retrieve the witch's body now, and remove the Philosopher's Stone from within her corpse. He who takes the stone from her will be handsomely rewarded by the Duke of Bedford.
Who's this man who killed our saint? How are we going to win without her?
Montmorency, we must retreat!
Did you not hear him? Get going! Snap out of it! Do you want to die here?
Sean. She's dead. Sean! Where are you?
Montmorency, save me.
I'm coming! Out of my way! Get out of my way! Move!
Save me.
No! No! You fools! I said, get the hell out of my way!
You lost consciousness on the battlefield. Quite the blunder.
Where am I?
Augustine's fortress. We snatched it back from the English amid the confusion of the last battle. In a way, it's thanks to...
Wait, Jean! She died in that battle, didn't she?
It appeared that way, but no.
She has lost her heart, and that wound from the Holy Lance isn't healing as it should. Fortunately, her head is still fully intact. The Philosopher's Stone is just barely keeping her alive. She's in a comatose state to avoid dying completely. If she wasn't, I doubt the stone could do much.
I understand what you're saying, but it's still very difficult to believe.
If she is yet to perish, then there must be a way we can save her. Am I correct, Astaroth?
Indeed. The legendary sword Excalibur. It's a Philosopher's Stone with incredible healing abilities. If we can attain that blade, then there's a chance.
Wait! Montmorency, you have to listen to me. Even if the young maiden is revived, our troop size can no longer hope to match the English army after our latest retreat. We were fortunate to take this fortress, but we cannot defend it forever. We need troops badly. 2,000 soldiers more at the bare minimum.
What do you expect me to do about it?
The blade Excalibur is hidden somewhere in the forest of Brittany. Your home is nearby there, is it not?
If you think my grandfather will let me borrow soldiers, you're wrong.
We will retrieve the sacred blade. It's up to you to return home and do what you can to
It
convince—
won't work! You know my relationship with that man.
I do. But even so, you are the only one who has a chance at bringing us reinforcements, Montmorency. No, Guy de Ray.
It was raining like this that day, too.
Katsuri. It's good to see you.
Brother, is that you?
That's right. I'm sorry that I left and came back without a word.
Really? He's returned after all this time?
Yes, sir.
And what does he want?
To borrow soldiers, or so it seems.
What does that imbecile want with my soldiers?
We still have the grimoire from the workshop. I'm surprised it wasn't confiscated by the Inquisition.
They did try to take it away, but we were able to bribe a bishop to save it. I didn't know when you would return home, so I had to make sure everything was to your liking for when you did. I had very little time to be upset. Truly. Now that you're back,
Oh, man.
Welcome back, Grandfather. I'll prepare your meal right away.
I hear you need soldiers.
Yes.
How many of them?
2,000.
Very well. Take as many as you like. But there's one condition. You will marry Catherine.
I thought that arrangement was called off years ago.
Catherine's family is incredibly wealthy. You would have more fortune than the French royal family or the Duchy of Burgundy.
I don't remember asking you to make me wealthy. Besides, she's my cousin.
Well, it doesn't make a difference to me. You just won't get any of my soldiers.
What kind of man demands such a thing?
Montmorency! Brother! Are you all right? I'm here! I had a feeling I might find you in this place.
It never occurred to me that he'd still try to force me to marry you. I'm sorry. You must hate this. But I don't intend to burden you with the crime of marrying your cousin. Don't worry about the soldiers. I'll think of another way.
It actually doesn't bother me. Because I'm quite fond of you.
Well, it goes without saying I'm fond of you too, of course. But we're talking about a different kind of—
No, we're not! Even if I receive God's judgment and am cast down into hell, I still want your love more than anything! To do things only a wife could! To have your child! Please, don't leave me alone again.
It was raining like this that day, too.
I'm sure you have already heard from your mother. You'll be marrying my grandson. To be quite blunt, I am after the wealth that you will inherit. Any questions? None at all? Wise choice, girl.
Jean the Redbeard, as he's known, plotted to marry his grandson to girls from many different wealthy families. But the fiancés, who were practically kidnapped and brought here, became deeply depressed, all growing frail and passing away.
Have you greeted her yet, boy?
No.
I suggest you do. Now, as you're well aware, that girl is your cousin. Marriage between relatives requires the execution of several bothersome formalities. However, things are made much simpler if it's a fait accompli.
Are you alright?
I feel so strange.
From this moment on, I'm going to be your big brother. I promise to always protect you.
Where are we? I'm gonna fall!
You know this forest inside and out. Besides, you don't think I'd let you get hurt, do you?
The marriage proceedings didn't go smoothly, and I ended up living in the castle as his little sister instead. The grandson of Jean the Redbeard, Gilles de Montmorency Laval.
Oh, protect Catherine.
On that fateful rainy night, he became my brother.
Montmorency! Montmorency! Will you pet my head, Montmorency? Oh, me too, pretty please.
I don't see why not. One at a time, okay?
This lady is really pretty. Pretty lady, can I touch you?
Come on, be gentle, you guys. Catherine's my little sister, so be careful not to hurt her. That's the first time I've seen you laugh.
I guess you're right, brother.
Farewell.
Thanks for the report. So, Montmorency is in Champtochet. I want to see him, but what good would come of it?
Lord Gladsdale, please prepare for battle.
All right.
Which one of you wants to die next? The merciful Lyra only holds back on women and children! There'll be no pity for you men!
You truly are the most beautiful when you're on a rampage. But
right. I don't want you screwing this up when we've already been paid for it in advance.
The mythical Joyeuse is a small price to pay for Jean. I'm counting on you, Lyra.
Forgive me, Jean. It was a mistake to leave you behind. Hear me, English scum! I'll make every one of you pay for hurting a child!
It's just a reinforcement of 100 mercenaries. You must not be taking this seriously if you need my help.
I apologize, sir.
Noir, prove that I'm right not to worry about you. Put that holy grail to use and heal.
You haven't departed yet? Then share a bed with Catherine tonight. Do so and you will have your soldiers as well as new inheritance. Do you wish to decline all the fortune and power accumulated by Jean the Redbeard's tireless schemes, or do you wish to inherit it?
Tell me, why must you try so hard to pass down your wealth to me?
It is the tradition of all men who were born in Red. I think you were truly ready to kill me just now.
That's right. I've become a different man since leaving these walls.
It's been a long time, Nicholas Flamel. Are you here to laugh at my foolishness? You were right, as it turns out. I should have killed Gilles all those years ago.
If you do not kill him now, calamity will fall upon the world.
That's absurd. I don't believe in astrology or numerology or whatever it is that you practice. Save your breath.
This boy, Gilles de Montmorency Laval, has the imprint of the beast, as predicted by the apocalyptic literature. But he can still be saved yet. Even the most privileged men are still human. They have a limit to what they can attain. As long as he remains human, the latent qualities of the Demon Lord will stay dormant. He will live a normal life with human limitations.
I remember your warning. I'll make sure he stays human. But Gilles has already been attracted by the realm of alchemy. He's been seduced by something beyond the limitations of a normal man. Even that look he gave me was inhuman. I've committed countless evil deeds, but that chilled me to the bone.
Where are you going? Possible for one to change the fate that life has given them. However, perhaps it is different for someone who has experienced love. At least that's what I want to believe is the case.
I've been true to my word. You'd better do the same, Alan's son.
Mercenaries and knights alike, hear me now! We ride to Orleans, where we shall turn the tide of battle!
Poor little French girl. My first projectile was a feint. Now have a taste of my actual weapon. Ashes to ashes, demon.
No, it can't be!
Ashes to ashes. Those who pass away are destined for the realm of the dead. So die, John.
You can't die!
She has lost her heart, and that wound from the Holy Lance isn't healing as it should. Fortunately, her head is still fully intact.
If she is yet to perish, then there must be a way we can save her. Am I correct, Astaroth?
Indeed.
We will retrieve the sacred blade.
The legendary sword is Caliber, a philosopher's stone with incredible healing abilities. And with that blade, we might have a chance.
Listen, the sword we seek, Excalibur, didn't it belong to the legendary knight called Ra-Thor?
Yes, it did. However, in England, he's known as the legendary King Arthur.
According to all the legends I've heard, the king returned the sword to the Fairy of the Lake shortly before he died, and if that's true, then how did it somehow end up in France, in a remote forest like this one, no less?
To be precise, we're not looking for the actual sword. We're trying to find the scabbard.
The scabbard?
It's too dangerous to keep a sword that powerful in the same place as its sheath, so I hid them separately. If someone found them both, the results could be disastrous.
Hold on, are you telling me that you're the famous Fairy of the Lake? So you lived for 1,000 years?
Much longer.
Oh, wow. What are you going to divulge to me next? That you witnessed the Great Flood in the Book of Genesis? Don't tell me you're thousands of years old. What? For real? You saw all that? Well, what about Noah's Ark, then?
Who cares? I can't stand this inane chatter. Stop it. Don't you realize how distracting it is?
But this is more than just inane chatter. At least, I don't think it is.
Lord above, I pray that you'll watch over Orleans in our absence.
Please have patience, Jean. We'll be able to revive you very soon.
Careful. If we screw up this operation somehow, we don't have the luxury of being revived. Are you ready, men? Fire! Men, regroup and take the fortress! We have to push through, and then the day is ours!
Where are they with Excalibur and the reinforcements? I had no idea it would take us this long to find it. I can't help but feel misled.
So we're lost.
Yes, well, what do you expect, sir? I hid the thing 1,000 years ago.
And you call yourself Queen of the Fairies?
How dare you question me, lowly human?
Pardon. May I speak?
You keep out of this!
Sorry! Humans have such giant bodies, but judging by the way you think, your brains must be the size of walnuts.
You're one to talk. The Queen of the Fairies can't even remember where she hid a scabbard. That's
Just as I thought! Look! What now? Can't you see the adults are talking?
The stones! They just moved, don't you see?
No, they look to me like they're in the exact same place.
What is this devil's magic?
Oh, yes. One of the traps I set to deter would-be thieves from finding the scabbard.
Oh, that's great. Another thing you forgot about.
Hold your tongue. Alan-san, hold up the Philosopher's Stone.
What? Why?
Fool! Don't question me. Just do as you're told. Halt, you imbeciles! Can't you see the Philosopher's Stone?
They stopped. What just happened?
It's a real Philosopher's Stone. But why is it rent in two? Why would you destroy it?
Fairies? The Corrigan tribe. About 1,000 years ago. I ordered them to guard this forest at all costs. Wow. My gatekeepers, I order you to deliver us to the scabbard at once.
She's a witch! She's scary. Why is the witch yelling at us?
What's the matter? Don't you all remember me? Don't tell me I picked the 3 dumbest fairies around to do my bidding.
Who are you again? I don't think we've met. Is she talking about our ancestors?
Didn't your ancestors teach you to write anything down? Things that might be important.
I don't think she has much room to criticize them.
Wait, no. Is it here? That's really strange.
Is something wrong?
It isn't where we put it.
Huh? Look! Someone's in the tree!
Oh, hello. Found me faster than I thought. I guess you're not as dumb as you appear.
Who are you then?
Forgive me. Sir Thomas Mallory at your service. I'm head of the Philosopher's Stone Search Party, which means I work for the Duke of Bedford.
You're in the English army.
No, not quite. To be perfectly precise, I'm a Princess Knight of Wales. Do any of you happen to know where Wales is? It's a small nation in the southwest of Britain. Although not quite what it once was, it's been all but assimilated into England.
Now I understand what's going on. What's that? Wales was primarily under the domain of King Arthur. It wouldn't be the least bit surprising if he had drawn up a document detailing the approximate location where he gave me the scabbard.
That's correct! Well done! But I beat you to it. Sorry. That means Excalibur's scabbard will be reunited with the sword and returned to its rightful place. No hard feelings.
I have to warn them!
Here's a fun fact. Originally, the longbow was designed by the Welsh army as a form of long-range defense against attacks by English cavalry regiments.
Enough history. Get down here and fight. If you hand over the scabbard, we might consider sparing your life. You can't stay up there forever, and we're willing to wait.
My queen! My queen! A whole bunch of knights are headed this way! There has to be 100 of them at least!
It can't be. That's how these things go. My search party will make short work of you lot. Then I'll climb down from here, dignity intact, and escape with the scabbard. Oh, and you still have the option of running away with your tails tucked between your legs if you would prefer to live. What will you do?
There's no way the 3 of us can defeat 100 knights. And yet, without the scabbard, we have no hope of reviving Jean. If we fail on that front, then Montmorency would... Retard. Distract her.
Okay, got it.
Hey, you had better come down from there now or I'll be forced to light this tree on fire!
No, idiot! You want to burn down the whole forest?
Ha-ha, you fool! I'm gonna get rid of this evil Princess Knight!
There's a smarter way to do it!
Let go of me now!
What's gotten into you?
My search party will arrive long before you have a chance to set fire to anything. You're smart enough to know that, or else I've overestimated you. So I suspect you're putting on this farce to draw my attention, but I'm not sure why.
That's the answer! It's a distraction! Astaroth!
It's quite unfortunate that I had to eliminate thousands of years of vault information by shooting you. If I had my way, I would have captured you and kept you locked up forever in a little iron cage.
I'd love to know what you think is so funny.
Silly girl, the Queen of Fairies can never be killed. Not even if she wanted to be. She's the protector of the Philosopher's Stone, so she's destined to be revived no matter what, though she may die hundreds of thousands of times.
Over there!
What?
I'm not pleased with the idea of taking a woman hostage, but it will buy us some time. You two had better go on ahead.
We can't possibly leave you here!
The revival of the maiden will do a great deal to boost the soldiers' morale. Take the scabbard, deliver it to Orleans. You must make sure it gets to Jean, no matter what it takes.
What will you do? Will you be alright?
We had better go.
Huh? That way is safe!
Hurry!
Alanson!
Alanson died gloriously in battle as a knight should. If you were ever truly my friend, that's the story you'll tell. That is how it should be, I'm certain.
Wonderful technique, sir. I'd expect no less of Lady Richemont's brother.
Lady Richemont would never have made a simple mistake like that.
And you dare call yourself Arthur de Richmont's little brother?
I was born with a predetermined purpose, to surpass my older sister. I will finally achieve that aim. After this, no one will ever underestimate me again.
Montmorency!
Astaroth!
Batard retrieved the scabbard. He's carrying it to Orleans as we speak.
Perfect. Did Alan's son go with him? Are you serious?
Commander, there are enemy troops up ahead!
I put every bit of my fortune into assembling these soldiers. If Orleans were to be liberated, then the princess would proceed to Rheims. I would forever be robbed of any future opportunity to sign a truce with the English.
You're nothing but a traitor and a nuisance. This is the official French army. How will you answer for your treasonous attempts at sabotage?
This isn't really the time to be bickering with La Tremoille. We have to depart for Orleans as soon as we can.
I won't let you play the part of the heroic liberator. I am the one who will save France from its doom. I heard a rumor that the false Saint Jean perished in battle. She really was a witch all along. I heard she died in a most gruesome manner, having her heart squeezed till it burst. A fitting death for a servant to the devil, wouldn't you say?
Don't give in to his provocation.
You bastard. You're not even worthy of speaking Jean's name, so you'd better keep it out of your mouth, or I'll kill you.
Ha! I know that look. It's one of villainy. You are anything but a hero, and you know it. I'm glad to see you're finally taking off your mask.
Montmorency! Alan's son!
I can't believe it. You're safe.
Of course, and I haven't come alone. Who are all these people? Who, them? They're my sister's personal regiment.
All troops, pull back at once! We need to make a tactical withdrawal!
I can't stop now.
I received intelligence reports of English troops traveling covertly in our territory, but I didn't expect to find you.
I guess I'm just a laughingstock no matter what. And here I thought I was making a grand gesture, sacrificing myself to let my friends escape. But in the end, I had to be saved by my sister. I'm a failure.
I would never laugh at you, Alanson. You've done well. There are no words to express how proud I am.
I get it now. I never needed to be validated by the whole world. All I ever really wanted was for you to be proud of me. Facing traitorous soldiers after beating English troops. Never a dull moment for us in this war, is there?
Montmorency, you mustn't let that scoundrel distract you from who you are and what you must accomplish. I, Arthur de Richemont, hereby decree battle on the basis of a personal grudge against the Count. Our enemy is La Tremoille. Ignore Montmorency's troops and allow them to pass through. And remember, this is a fight to the death, so give it your all!
Richemont, wait! Let the official of the royal family handle this. Fight to the death or not, this is going to put you in a difficult position.
Go to Jean Montmorency. You swore an oath. You must do whatever it takes to make sure she does not die. Don't look at me with tears in your eyes. I'm a warrior. I don't need to be protected by a knight in shining armor. We both know you're useless in that regard.
thick of it, Astaroth. Catherine forgave me for leaving her, and Richemont saved me from certain death. Do you think I will become the kind of man who can protect them both someday? Or will I always be this weak?
You will. Soon. You must.
Montmorency. Montmorency. It hurts. Help me. Don't leave me alone.
Hey! Baton!
Alan-san! You're still alive! I'm so glad!
Talk about that later. What's going on?
Things are only getting worse. The troops are managing to hold off for now, but it's only a matter of time.
If Montmorency can reach Jean, then I know we can beat them. We just have to get him to her. Now clear a path to the fortress!
As much as I don't like women, I will slaughter as many men as it takes to save her.
Are you ready to do this now?
Yeah. Let's ride.
I'm afraid. It's so lonely here. I don't like being alone. Save me, Montmorency.
How's your wound?
It's fine, as long as I have the Holy Grail. I can never partake in death's blessing.
Mercenaries and knights alike, hear me now! We ride to Orleans, where we shall turn the tide of battle!
I won't let you play the part of the heroic liberator.
I'll kill you!
Montmorency! Alan-san! Of course, and I haven't come alone. Who are all these people? They're my sister's personal regiment.
All troops, pull back at once! We need to make a tactical withdrawal!
Montmorency, you must fulfill your duty. Only then will you become a true knight.
If Montmorency can reach Jean, then I know we can beat them. We just have to get him to her.
Yeah. Let's ride.
What do we do, sir? Commander Campbell has fallen, sir!
We've just received a report that the Dark Alchemist has entered the fortress, sir! What should we do?
The elixir in her body is drying up rapidly in this state, so the scabbard's not reacting as it should.
Like in a children's story, the cursed princess will awaken with the prince's kiss.
Montmorency.
They're acting as though Jesus Christ himself has been resurrected. But they'll find that she's no savior.
Montmorency must have discovered some sort of magic that allowed her to be healed. If only you'd managed to destroy her head as we originally planned.
You would have fallen with her.
Then you should have killed me as well. Do not hesitate next time, Glassdale. Strike her head.
I wonder, do you know the story of a certain archer? He was an egotist, always boasting about his skills, which brought him unwanted attention from a feudal lord. He should have been more than capable of shooting an apple off his wife's head safely. That's the amount of precision and control with which he aimed his bow. However...
I do not fear death. Don't let that worry hold you back. In fact, I look forward to the afterlife. Death is a welcomed salvation for accursed Ulysses. It would bring me peace.
So you wish to die?
I've been facing my mortality since the moment I first put on the Holy Grail. I hoped it would reject me and end my life. Unfortunately, Montmorency's elixir turned me into Ulysses Noir instead.
It is your destiny to become the one true empress of this world that is so full of false kings and queens. You are not allowed to dream of death until you rule. That is your destiny.
Montmorency.
The residents of Orleans are rising up. They plan to open the gate, cross the Loire River with a small group of ships, and build a bridge to the Touré complex.
With our soldiers at Augustine's fortress, we can attack the enemy from both sides. And what are the movements of the English army?
They're gathering at the complex, most likely to deal with the citizens first.
I'll rush to their aid immediately.
No, you have to remain here. We didn't heal you just so you could die again.
You want me to cheer our soldiers on from behind these walls? Why can't I help them?
A Ulysses may draw upon a single philosopher's stone. You remember? That's the rule. You were able to absorb the power of Excalibur's scabbard just once, because you have only half a stone. But it won't work again. The scabbard is useless to you now.
Which means if you fall once more, we can't revive you. All it would take is another well-aimed shot from Glassdale's bow.
There's no way we can let that happen. How could we face Princess Charlotte with news of your death? You can leave this fight to me and Santrea. Plus, don't forget that we have 2,000 reinforcement soldiers. The Gilles de Rais squadron. Montmorency brought them here from his home to help bolster our ranks.
Ulysses Noir has taken the bridge!
Now I understand bloodlust. This crimson spray is filling me with desire.
What are you doing?
Forgive me, but I'm arrogant when I'm Ulysses.
All right, let's get on with it, you fools! Prepare to commence anti-Jean Operation number 2. All units, your target will be above the bridge. Noir will lure Jean into your aid. Damn it!
Where are you going?
Don't bother shooting yet. She's too fast. If I can put this
Stay out of this.
But...
All I need right now is your confidence. It's that faith that drives me, what keeps me fighting this war.
Stop! You've no hope of getting past the Teray complex on your own. How can you be such a fool?
Montmorency! Why are you rushing off all by yourself? Have you forgotten? You have comrades with you.
That's right. We're willing to risk our lives. By your side.
Are you even listening?
I have no right to ask for your aid. I'm not a warrior or saint who deserves to be rallied behind in the name of France. In fact, I fight only to keep a long-held promise to my friends. Until a few days ago, I didn't know what it meant to care for someone. That's how much I had yet to learn. But there's something I can ask of you on this day. I beg you, lend me your strength to protect the woman I love!
Sir, they're attacking! We're coming, Sean! Montmorency will protect you!
What's with these peasants? When did they get so strong?
Please, no! I do not want to die in this wretched country!
I'll gladly spill my blood for France! Hurry, Montmorency!
We'll be able to hold them off here! Well, what the hell are you waiting for?
All right! Almost there, Sean. I won't let you fight alone. I will be right beside you. Until the bitter end!
Too slow! Cut me all you like. I'll live. This helmet is the Holy Grail. It possesses the ultimate healing power. You cannot kill me. The next time I'll crush your helmet along with your head.
Be on your guard! They're aiming at you from the complex!
I am well aware. The only thing to fear is the Holy Land's arrow. But Glasdale can't keep up with my acceleration, and neither can she. I'll win this fight.
The Gildery Squadron. I wonder what Montmorency had to do to obtain 2,000 reinforcements from his grandfather.
You really don't understand yet?
Sean!
Montmorency received his army and family fortune from Jean the Redbeard. But that man is not a kind person. Montmorency must have pleased him, likely by marrying his cousin Catherine.
There you are! Are you all right? Sean.
Did you break your promise? You said that you and I would be together forever. That you would never marry someone else and leave me behind.
How tragic. Your little heart is broken.
Montmorency! Exactly what am I to you? Nothing more than a weapon to use against the English?
Of course that's not the case. But I had no other choice. Katerina is like a sister to me.
Sean!
Do not interrupt us! The war! Stupid little girl, you allowed yourself to be provoked into an attack that you knew would fail. You're open.
Sean, no! Now's our chance! Take aim!
Archers.
Wait! What are you doing? Montmorency!
Fire at will!
Only one is lethal. But how will you find it? Especially when you can't accelerate while in the air.
swear. You're the most troublesome lady in the world. Do you know that? Truly.
Montmorency.
When I swallowed the stone, I just knew. I have the other half of the one that's inside of you. Your power is to attack, and mine's to defend. Together we're whole!
No, it can't be.
I can make the air harder than steel. I think I'll call it Mortier. Now the very air I breathe protects you.
You actually swallowed the Philosopher's Stone? How can you be so stupid?
It's likely that you could only withstand being Ulysses for 3 minutes at most. Your body will continue to transmute elixir, which will react with the stone, causing it to become unstable and spiral out of control. You may die of madness as soon as the stone takes over your mind, or perhaps you might simply explode. Whatever the case may be, the consequences range from bad to catastrophic.
I'll have to rip the stone from your stomach!
That's insane! Are you wanting to kill me?
John!
I managed to harden the air around her feet! Now's your chance!
I can't crush that helmet!
You have to try! We're both running out of time! Go! Now!
Don't you remember? You already tried that! Take the shot! Ashes to ashes. It's time to end this! Glasdale, do not hesitate! Strike us down!
I won't let you die.
You idiot! Now! History will remember you as a failure if you don't shoot us!
I won't allow it! Break through, come on! Oh, God! John, no!
Glasdale. You hesitated. You have Montmorency's love. You hoarded it from me. Montmorency.
We won! The maiden is victorious!
Montmorency, is your body surviving?
Yeah. I felt strange there for a second, but I'm fine. I guess your prediction about something terrible happening wasn't very reliable, which means I probably should have been Ulysses this entire time and saved Jean a lot of trouble.
What is it?
Nothing. I don't think... Are you serious? What's going on now? Could this be the English casting some sort of magic spell?
No, it's not. This force is something far more terrible.
Who would have thought that love, a single pure act of devotion, would trigger the end of the world?
The fifth dimension's unfolding, alongside the sixth one. And the seventh, they're all... No, it can't be. This is the end. We're doomed.
thought you said I was just going to die if I went out of control. What is that thing?
Just the best are called boobs in their country. 'Tis a fitting word, considering it looks like what it refers to. What voluptuous B's and O's? Episode 10, Beast of the Apocalypse. Isn't it fun to expand your vocabulary? Who needs school when you have me?
Repliez-vous.
This force is something far more terrible. The fifth dimension's unfolding alongside the sixth one. And the seventh, they're all... No, it can't be. This is the end. We're doomed. This is something I never thought I'd see. The Philosopher's Stone will kill us all.
Wait, hold on. I thought you said I was just going to die if I went out of control. What is that thing?
What's happening to the sky?
Dear God, help us.
Montmorency! What's going on? How is there a hole in the sky? And what is that terrible monster?
Lyra, take Jean and Astaroth and run. Get as far away from this place as you can.
And just leave you here? What will you do?
Leave now! Towards the ass! This is it. Be gone, foul monster! I don't know what you are or why you've come here, but you are not welcome. Now back to the hell from whence you came! Retreat at full speed! Keep moving!
Babylon's home. I never imagined it would happen like this. It couldn't possibly have manifested in a worse way.
Where am I? What am I looking at? Am I dead?
I am king of the gods! Lowly, insolent human! How dare you attempt to seal a divine being in the void dimension!
Astaroth?
We are the makers who created the human race! What you are attempting to do is heresy, the murder of a god! It is a mortal sin! Humans are lost without their masters! Deprived of our guidance, your race will let loose your drives and desires! This can only lead to eternal war and strife! We maintain the peace in your realm by ruling over you! Your species has proved time and again to be incapable of surviving on your own! As a result, you will lose your chance of achieving utopia permanently! We will return, no matter what you do to keep us away! Yes, I promise you!
Goodbye, friend. We must now part.
You can't die. Not right now. Don't leave me here in a world without gods. I can't make it on my own.
Do not worry, for not all the gods have vanished from this world. There is still a goddess here. It's you, for you have the power needed to save humanity. Bless us. The future of Utopia is with you. Farewell.
It's a demon! Attack! I'm obtained at last. The Philosopher's Stone that once sealed me away. It's within my grasp. There's nothing for me to fear now. Vessel in the heavens, hasten to my voice. Shall begin once more, but before that, I must cleanse it of the filthy human scourge.
It is coming to pass precisely as foretold.
It's you.
I should have acted that day and taken his life when I had the opportunity. But no, I still wanted to believe. I held out hope that people weren't slaves to fate. I thought love had the power to alter his destiny.
Could you at least talk like a normal person? What in the hell just happened to Montmorency? What was that horrible monster that came out of the sky? And what is going on right now? Fine then, keep your secrets. But tell us what to do at least. How can we stop this?
Nothing can be done. He is our only remaining hope.
Only hope? Who are you?
I am Nicholas Flamel. And I am here as a representative of an organization formed to establish a utopia for humanity, called the Knights Templar. I am its last surviving member.
Now, Astaroth, you cannot escape! At long last I have come to kill you!
Hurry up! Get to the fortress, quickly!
Right! Will Astaroth be all right? I don't like leaving her.
We don't have any choice. We must get to Augustine Fortress as soon as possible.
Even if we hide in the fortress, it will probably meet the same awful end as the Teray complex. I had hoped I'd be able to die looking like a boy, or at the very least, that I wouldn't have to perish wearing frilly women's underwear. Please, Lord, let me go to heaven where I may dress as I wish.
You can't be serious right now. Don't pray to God. We must defeat divinity to survive.
We of the Knights Templar fought our way toward the east with a single particular goal in our hearts. We wanted nothing more than to destroy every Philosopher's Stone that lie hidden there. But then, a traitor among us smuggled one of the stones back into France, and it somehow ended up in Montmorency's hands.
Astaroth, you are a sinner. I have been dreaming of the day I'd exact my revenge for thousands of years.
Now that I think of it, perhaps this was our destiny, a curse upon humankind, for it was inevitable that the gods would wish to take their world back no matter what the cost.
You're in my way, human. Stand aside or else.
I refuse.
Oh, do you?
This is the realm of humanity. Now, gods, bear witness to human magic. Behold, a technique developed solely by humanity. We call it alchemy. This world has no need of you. No gods, nor philosopher's stones. Be gone. We will build our own utopia. The human race shall create it alone with our own hands.
These attacks are nothing but cheap theatrics. I gave you a command, now move aside! A utopia crafted by mortal hands. It's laughable. Well, Astaroth, didn't I warn you? Humanity is lost without its masters and will give in to base desires and ambitions with reckless abandon, resulting in endless war and discord. You will lose your utopia with no hope of recovering it. You must admit, I was right.
I am the guardian of the Philosopher's Stone. Therefore, you cannot kill me.
Oh, but I can, my darling. And I will continue killing you until the end of everything.
It's quieted down.
Let's go!
Take care of Jean for me.
Don't do it! You've no elixir. You know what will happen. If you use the Philosopher's Stone without it, you will die.
If I restore Montmorency's sanity before the poison spreads and get elixir...
That's impossible. Please, give me Joyeuse. I'll become Ulysses.
Hold on, Jean. I'll get Montmorency back. I will save you, even if I die doing it.
Montmorency, please! I know you're in there!
That's enough! Put her down!
Lyra, what are you...
Tell me, Astaroth. How can I bring Montmorency back to us? I'll do anything.
There's only one way. You have to take the Philosopher's Stone out of him. If you do that, the whole of Babylon will close, and the gods will be sealed away back where they came from in the Void Dimension!
You really think that's possible? You're nothing but livestock! What is this strange weapon? Such speed! Not only that, but I can't determine its course! Enchanted bullets? What magic is this?
What a rotten world we live in. One filled to the brim with war, murder, and betrayal at every turn. And yet, one girl chooses to live with honesty and integrity in the face of such horrors. I refuse to let her down by not giving all that I have to protect her.
You may shoot a magical gun, but you cannot possibly hit my lances fashioned from hardened air. I'll smite you with my invisible spears. First I will impale you, then bite your head off as you writhe in pain. Now die, human.
You're incredible, Lyra. Perhaps you'll beat him.
What is this?
It would appear that the Joyeuse imbues its user with a skill of virtually infallible accuracy. Whether or not I can see the target, it's impossible to miss! Have I reached the time limit already?
Though it was only for a short while, I am grateful for your protection. Please take this.
No, not yet! You're no god. You're just a giant pain.
sorry you got involved. Forgive me.
Montmorency.
I beg you, please kill me and let it end. You have to shoot me in the head and finish this. These awful gods have no place in the world of humanity, so seal them away. Hurry! I can't hold him back much longer! I'm begging you to kill me!
I can't do that.
You have to. It's the price we must pay for Sean's future, for the future of our world. My life's a trifle compared to that.
Montmorency, keep fighting! Come back to us!
Do it now! Someone please make it stop! Let me die and save the world! I beg you to kill me! What fresh hell is this? I didn't think you could become Ulysses twice in the same day! Isn't that breaking the rules?
That's true, or so I thought. Is that a problem?
Montmorency, don't give up yet! I'm coming for you! You beg for death? Don't you dare even think such a thing! How could you be such a fool? You promised to always protect me. You swore it, remember? You vowed never to leave me alone, to stay by my side until the moment of my death. Have you forgotten? Well then be ready, because I'm about to beat the sense back into you!
That's enough battling, human.
I have no business with you, foul demon, so you had better stay out of my way!
How dare you insult your god! You will pay a heavy penance for that!
Montmorency! Look into my eyes! I know you're in there!
You're here? Sean?
No. I won't let this happen!
I hereby declare, justice has been served. She made a false claim of sainthood and lied about her purity. But it's over. She who would have plunged France into eternal darkness has perished at last. Let it be known throughout the land, the foul witch shall plague us no longer.
How disturbing. What a horrific nightmare. But it's only a dream, right? This can't possibly come to pass. So then, what is this heavy feeling in the pit of my stomach? This dreadful intuition that what I glimpsed is the future. Is this the wretched fate that awaits Sean? Is this her destiny no matter what I do?
Montmorency.
My daughter,
Father,
this is our chance to turn Burgundy into the most powerful empire on Earth.
Montmorency.
I hereby declare, justice has been served. She made a false claim of sainthood and lied about her purity. But it's over. She who would have plunged France into eternal darkness has perished at last.
Sean, what's become of Montmorency? What's going on? You okay? What now?
No. Could this really be happening so soon?
Sean, no! I'm lost! I can't hear Montmorency's voice anymore! It feels as though he's truly gone! Montmorency!
More to air, was it? Look familiar?
Montmorency!
No, love. You shall address me as Enlil, ruler of the true Utopia, and king amongst all the 72 gods. Show some respect.
Montmorency, you're truly gone.
You must avenge him, daughter.
Avenge him?
Yes. Kill the god and gain a reputation as the god killer. Become the savior of Black, Saint Philippe. You will be known throughout France and England. This shall be the foundation for the rise of the Burgundian Empire. For you, my daughter, have the upper hand.
I pulled you out of the river along with this.
The Grail.
Indeed. The truth is, if that young alchemist turned into Ulysses, then my arrow should be effective. That's good news. But unfortunately, he also has the ability to block my attack with a wall of air.
We can use Jean as a sacrifice and create an opening for you to take the shot.
Oh?
This will be quite a boon for you, as well as Lord Bedford. May I count on your assistance?
Can you do it? Noir, or rather, Princess Philippe of Burgundy. I hear you refuse to squash even a single insect. Your nickname is Philippe the Good, after all. Will you prevail?
I suppose this must be my destiny. I'm fated to avenge Montmorency. Now I understand. This must be why the helm came into my possession. In which case, I shall defy my nickname and clothe myself in black. Now, should I put my faith in you?
Absolutely.
Oh no!
Pierce them both at once!
Die, you scum! Protect yourself! Sean.
What is it?
How long can we fight as Ulysses? Not for long, I'm afraid. I'll act as your shield. You have to destroy Montmorency's head. Your hearts are linked, so you should know better than anyone. That creature over there is no longer Montmorency. There's no time to wrestle with it! Strike magical bullet! Do it now! Go! Could this really be the end?
And now, come, my followers! The time of judgment is at last upon us. It seems you have remained in the Void Dimension far too long.
hold on. This is not at all what we expected. Is that monstrosity even a Ulysses? I'm having doubts that my arrow will serve its purpose.
This god made no attempt to kill Montmorency and take out the Philosopher's Stone from his body. Why do you suppose that might be?
Just as I suspected, a superior host will be necessary. It's the only way we can maintain our form and consciousness at their full power. Oh well. Then I shall become the one and only god to ever obtain a host for such a purpose.
That is a Ulysses. Ready your bow, Glassdale.
Damn it! I promised myself I wouldn't die a virgin!
What?
I had my heart set on you, Etienne, but it doesn't look like there's any hope of that happening! I suppose I'll just have to settle for you then, Petard!
Utopia will be restored. I'll return the Earth to its rightful state, and there will no longer be a place for humanity in it. The next generation of slaves shall not be made in our image as they have been in the past. They will obey our commands without resistance or conscious thought.
Such tragedy. Will this be the end of the human race? Is this how our species will fall? What are you doing?
I am the one who turned the humans against their gods. If you need a scapegoat, punish me. Burn me forever. Rip me apart all you want. I don't care. But please spare the humans. Just punish me. Do not...
I'll hear no more from you. Just lie there helplessly and witness the destruction of this false utopia.
It isn't time, not yet. Now respond to the sound of my voice! Vessel in the sky!
Glassdale! Do it now!
I dedicate this act of revenge to you. I love you, Montmorency. I always have.
How is that even possible?
This story isn't over, not just yet. Montmorency hasn't left this realm completely. I can sense his presence even now, waiting to be restored.
How long do you intend to cling to me like this? Release me!
Damn it all! Pathetic human!
I couldn't tell he was still here. But you could. You were able to feel his presence. And that means you are the only hope we have of saving Montmorency.
Enough of this ridiculous babbling!
Where am I? Hello? Excuse me, sir? Have you seen my friend Montmorency? Sorry,
I think I've heard John the Redbeard's grandson call that before. There. The school.
Transmutation with the Philosopher's Stone. It's the ultimate secret divine art. They say the stone has the power to grant its owner immortality. Which means if we can master alchemy... As I was saying, if we master alchemy, we can make sure no one dies in battle again. Was that a reaction?
I've heard this 100 times. So, you're gonna buy up all the grimoires you can find, then what?
I don't know yet. I've read tons of them, and it's like they're written in code. I won't get anywhere unless that old man can teach me.
I'm so relieved! I was afraid I wouldn't find you!
And who are you?
What do you mean? It's me, John!
Only students are allowed to be on the premises, so you had better go. You don't want to get in trouble.
Come on, stop playing dumb with me, Montmorency!
Let go of me. I do not know you, so I'll thank you not to touch me. Please leave.
okay? Montmorency is stuck in his past, reliving all his old memories.
Hey, we should swear an oath. A promise to stay friends forever.
Well, what are we waiting for?
We solemnly swear
that no matter what,
even after we graduate from the academy,
we'll remain best friends forever.
Montmorency?
You again.
Please, just hear me out, Montmorency.
How dare you? Don't speak to me as though you know me. You must think I'm someone else.
The Philosopher's Stone. You split it in two and gave me half. I was on the verge of death and you did it to save my life. So many things have happened since then. We went to the palace in Chinon and Charlotte made me a knight. We fought together against the English army at Orleans. When my heart was pierced, you stepped in and saved it.
Please stop.
You swore you'd protect me for as long as we lived, no matter what. You said you'd never marry. Like the knights who professed allegiance to noble women, maintaining their purity and devoting themselves to service.
I can't take any more!
Where am I now?
What are these?
My sisters are sleeping here. The girls who were taken to the castle. I never saw them after that because they all died in the tower. They wanted to go home and see their families again, but when they realized that would never happen, they lost all hope and died of broken hearts. I wish I could have saved them, but I failed as a brother.
No, Montmorency, it isn't your fault. Jean the Redbeard did this.
The old man has gone mad, true. But he became that way only because of the war. The strong are the ones who survive. You have to step on others, or else you'll get trampled like all the rest. In a world that cruel, people have no other choice but to be like him. Even if we killed him, that truth would not be changed. It's just how things are. Unless someone can end this war, the tragedies will never cease. Alchemy. If I master this art, I will make sure no one dies in battle again. No. I will aim higher and put a stop to war itself.
Montmorency. Let's go home. Let's work hand in hand to end the heartbreak. I'm sure the two of us can do it. If we work as one, nothing can stop us.
We cannot be together.
Is this my ribbon?
I've seen the future. I know what will happen to you.
What do you mean? Is it bad? Oh no, but this can't be.
I witnessed the flow of time when I merged with Enlil. I learned about events that happened in the past and some that are yet to come. Can't you feel it? This isn't an illusion, Jean. It's what's destined to become of you. But it'll be all right, as long as we stay right where we are.
I remember this place.
Yeah, it hasn't been so long since we were here, and yet that day still feels like ages ago. This realm isn't real, at least not in a literal way. We stand outside of time. We could settle down and forget all about the world we came from. As long as I have you, I will want for nothing.
We can't stay, Montmorency. I know our world is full of sadness. There is war, misunderstanding, betrayal too. But I still love it in spite of its faults. Princess Charlotte's there, Lyra, Astaroth, and Richmond too. And there's Alençon, Batard, and even Zontreya. The Maiden Volunteer Corps, and the villagers, and the fairies, and... I cherish that world because they're in it. I know you feel the same way. That's the whole reason you studied alchemy, to make the world a better place.
I refuse to live in a world without you in it, where we cannot be together.
That's true. We can't be together in the way we want, but I will always be with you. In a world where not just the strong survive and no one has to step on each other. You and I are going to create that reality together. If we do that, we'll never die. I will be there in every smile and every laugh. I am never going to desert you, Montmorency.
You're so foolish. You're starting to sound like an actual saint. I left you all alone, and I was gone for far too long. But from now on, I'll stay by your side.
Let's go. Come back to our world with me.
Yes, it is our world, isn't it? Get out of my body! I banish you forever!
No. Impossible. This simply can't be happening. Damn you, filthy human! Vessel in the sky! No, this is nothing but a false utopia. You are wrong, fools. It must not be allowed to exist.
We too have been chosen, but not by the gods, and not by destiny.
Yes, you chose me, and I chose you!
Creating utopia. That must be something that can't be achieved alone. We have to do it together. Our eternity will soon exist, but only in the world that you and I will create.
No, impossible.
Your time is over now, demon. We'll build our world, and with our own hands.
Damn you, filthy human! Vessel in the sky! No, this is nothing but a false utopia. You are wrong, fools. It must not be allowed to exist.
We too have been chosen, but not by the gods, and not by destiny.
Yes, you chose me, and I chose you!
Creating utopia. That must be something that can't be achieved alone. We have to do it together. Our eternity will soon exist. Only in the world that you and I will create.
No, impossible.
Your time is over now, demon. We'll build our world, and with our own hands.
Humans will write history. They will take their fate into their own hands, which means that my work here is done.
You lowly creatures wish to create your own world, as if you're worthy of utopia. I won't allow it. I refuse to let that happen!
Montmorency, give me some elixir right now!
Of course! I can't believe it! My wall of air was able to halt your punch! John, go!
You'll meet your end! You will
He wasn't nearly as strong as we had feared.
Indeed.
Is it over?
God bless France! God save the saints! God bless Princess Charlotte!
King Solomon, Clovis the First, Otto the Great, Jesus Christ, and King Arthur. Perhaps the two of you will achieve what none of the other Ulysses I've guided could. That's my greatest hope. Ulysses Noir.
You are not finished. This story has not yet come to an end, Philippe.
You're wrong. I can't do this. Father.
If France were to achieve victory in this battle, and if their princess were to be crowned queen, it would put England in a difficult position. And the same would be true of Burgundy, which assisted England's cause. You must attack the problem at its source while you still have the chance to do so. You must kill the light Ulysses.
I can't do that! She means too much to Montmorency!
Then you must slay them both.
I won't!
You can never be with Montmorency in the way you want, but that girl could.
Ulysses will die. I'll make sure of it.
Stay away! Don't do this! Shoot me! I beg you! Put an end to this living hell that I'm in! Please kill me! Costume, you missed? But how?
I never miss. My arrow was right on target. I finally completed a mission that I deem worthwhile. Do you see what I've done?
Ulysses, gods, and alchemists, huh? What in the world is going on with this battle, anyway?
Lord Talbot, I'm so glad you're finally here!
You want us to retreat?
Indeed, that's the order I received from Lord Bedford.
The Terray complex has fallen. There's no disputing that fact. But even so, the French army must be in tatters. We can still fight and win.
Oh, yes, of course we can. There's no doubt in my mind that our hero, Lord Talbot, would be victorious if we did.
If this were an ordinary battlefield, that is. Our enemy's morale is abnormally high. They're all fighting like martyrs. Battling them would tax our soldiers far too much.
But if we were to retreat, it could make things harder for our cause in the long run. The story of Jean the Maiden would become a legend, and perhaps would go down in the annals of French history until the end of time.
I said as much to Lord Bedford, and he assured me it wouldn't happen that way. Which means he has an unbeatable strategy. He'll prevent the light Ulysses from becoming legendary. And you're our most important asset for bringing his brilliant designs to fruition. We can't risk losing a crucial member of the team, so why not let go of your foolish pride and retreat? Sound good?
Very well, then. I'll put my trust in Lord Bedford.
Great!
We have received official confirmation that the English army has chosen to retreat.
Looks like it's over. For now, at least.
The good people of Alliance will never forget the miracle that God delivered today! We shall remember this for eternity. Let us celebrate and mark this day as one of great Thanksgiving.
I'm begging you, please take me as your bride!
I would settle for just being your concubine.
Oh, I think we'd all be content to spend a single night in your arms.
Take us, Petard!
Please stay away! My heart is spoken for it plucked out, son, and no one besides him shall ever lay hands on my body!
Do you dress this way just to tempt him?
How romantic! That's what I call true love!
Please, ladies, don't misunderstand.
live on the sunshine, or however the saying goes.
Now, hold on, woman. Make no mistake. You shall always be number one in my heart, Etienne. I'll even forget about that little dalliance you had with Montmorency. Come on, why not spend the night with me, my love? Aren't you getting full?
I've been ravenously hungry ever since I became Ulysses. I usually carry all my excess weight in my breasts, but even that has a limit. This must be a side effect of joy use. Damn it, Montmorency, where are you? I need to know what's happening to me! Are you trying to turn me into a gluttonous pig or what?
I didn't have a choice. The Philosopher's Stone would have killed La Ire if I hadn't given her some elixir at that exact moment. It was simply a replenishment of her elixir. It meant nothing more to me than that. Please try to understand.
Oh, I get it. You want Lyra to be your second wife because you don't think one is enough.
No! See, you don't understand at all. Like I've told you countless times before, I only married Katerine as a political move. It isn't a marriage born out of love. Is that behavior becoming of a saint?
John! I fear I'd seen the last of you. I promise I shall never leave you again.
You're hugging the life out of me. I can't breathe. Why don't you kiss me on the cheek? This feels so embarrassing.
Understood. I'll just kiss you on the belly then. Oh my, that's such an adorable belly.
Whatever happens, we mustn't let the nobles see them like this.
La Ira, words cannot express the depth of my gratitude to you for saving Jean and Montmorency.
I would have preferred huge tracts of land to a medal any day.
Montmorency,
Yes?
I hereby bestow upon you the illustrious title of General of the French Army.
Huh? Me? I'm content to stay an alchemist if it's all the same to you.
No, it isn't, in fact. To tell you the truth, the fight is far from over. The nobles in the palace have yet to be united, and I must remain vigilant. No doubt they will continue to conspire against Jeanne. I give you this title to protect her. Montmorency, from today forward, you are the highest-ranking member of the French army, General Gilles de Rais.
I'll take it, but only on one condition. That you will do your best to reconcile with Richemont.
Of course I will. I've been practicing my speech, which I beg her to forgive me for weeks on end now.
What do you think you're doing? How could you leave without telling me?
How dare you imply I need your permission to leave?
You're the guardian of the Philosopher's Stones. Would you really just abandon them like this?
I am no longer fit to do the job. I couldn't even foresee a major event like the opening of Babylon's Hole. I almost allowed you and Jean to be killed. I was completely helpless. You managed to open the path to the future on your own. No thanks to me. This realm doesn't need me anymore. I am worthless to the cause, so why shouldn't I leave?
What's the matter? This isn't like you at all. The Astaroth I know and love calls me useless, not herself.
How do you not see how utterly pathetic my existence is? You're far dumber than I ever imagined! I had the audacity to demand you create a utopia within moments of meeting you! And I knew all about Enlil and Babylon's Hole, too! But you weren't even a little suspicious? Moron, you're pathetic!
Listen, Astaroth. No matter how well I might master alchemy, time cannot ever be regained once it is past. In the end, the past is nothing but an illusion. The present is all that really exists. The future's not real yet either.
Montmorency. I stopped time for you when you were nothing more than a child. But then, Jean must have done something to help you grow in spite of lost time. I wonder... Will you allow me to stay here with you? I want to watch you and Jean make history, even though I feel like I've let you both down.
Of course, and you haven't let us down. You can have a front row seat. Also, I've been wondering, remember that illusion you showed me of the beautiful woman? Who was she?
Oh, that's right. That was Venus, the goddess of love and war, and she's always right beside you.
So, what is she to you then? Oh, is she your sister or something?
Still an idiot.
72 demons that came to this world from an alternate dimension. Well, I wonder if their sudden incursion could somehow be related to the legend of the illustrious King Solomon. No matter. They've all been vanquished, right?
I honestly have no idea. Gods and demons are not my area of expertise.
On another note, whatever became of your associate? Rumor has it she fell into the Loire River and is currently missing in action.
That's correct.
So hard to read. You'll have another mission soon. Sharpen your arrows.
Yes, sir.
It should have been destroyed.
It is impossible to destroy this helm which bears the power of the Holy Grail. There is nothing you can do to escape your fate. You are bound to this cause, my precious daughter. Now, Philippe, take up the helm once more.
I refuse, Father.
Wait, Philippe! Do not turn your back on me. You have already sinned, Monsieur Lecistois. You've nowhere to turn. Oh, I see. You think Montmorency will forgive you for all the atrocities you've committed?
Of course that's what I think. There's no doubt in my mind that he would take my tainted hands into his no matter what I've done wrong. But you know, Montmorency belongs to Jean now. You will never know what it's like to be with him. Nor will you ever be able to watch over them by their side. Sorry.
Even if what you say is true, I'll still fight to overcome my weakness. It was quite a shock, honestly.
I was surprised myself. I was branded a heretic, but now I find myself general of the French army. It seems absurd to me.
That's not what I mean. I'm surprised you brought her here.
Ah, well, she insisted upon meeting you. I couldn't talk her out of it.
Look, Sean, my marriage to my cousin was nothing but a political move, a way to maintain control of our family's wealth.
No need to explain. I know the time will come when Montmorency might feel despair and loneliness. When that happens, I hope you'll be there to love and comfort him, Katerine.
I once had this dream. The sky was bright blue, and I could feel the gentle breeze all around me. But I didn't hear swords clashing or the beat of cavalry hoofs on the earth. I knew it meant the war was over. When I listened more closely, I could hear the sound of laughter nearby. And in the dream, somehow I knew that no matter how wonderful the world felt in that moment, Jean was no longer in it, and I was overcome with grief. Were you having trouble sleeping? Did you have a nightmare then? Come on. It's time to go.
We liberated Orleans, and the English army has beat a hasty retreat. Now, General, it's time to announce our next maneuver.
We will march over the Loire River, and then advance toward Reims. We shall crown our princess queen, and usher in the next generation of rule.
Please allow me to offer my service.
My sister's come back.
Lady Richemont!
Well, here goes.
So, will you accept my offer?
You will, right? You simply must say yes, please.
While it is a decidedly tempting proposal, it's outside of my jurisdiction as general to give you an answer. So then, how would you care to respond, Your Majesty?
You're wrong, Montmorency. It's entirely within your jurisdiction. I will support your decision no matter what.
I am honored by your words. You've become a real knight after all, Montmorency.
Montmorency.
I certainly hope so.
Let us be off to the Notre Dame Cathedral in Rennes!
Your wish is our command, Your Majesty.
Time to move out! Hey, Montmorency. You want to make a baby with me? Good, I'll take that as a yes then. We can make one together tonight.
How could you even consider doing such a thing?
Why are you yelling at me? John, it's considered impolite to talk about such private matters in mixed company. We can't make one.
Why not? Why is it impolite? It's just kissing.
If that's how it was done, we would already have dozens of children crawling around.
I don't have any idea how babies are made, to be honest.
How dare you even dream about laying your filthy hands on such an innocent angel?
Why is everyone getting mad at me?
Well, then tell me you love me. Say I love Jean more than anything.
Love? Isn't that taking things a little far too soon?
I knew it. You want someone with bigger breasts. I was right all along.
Stop it, you! I love your small breasts, Sean. I've always said the flatter the better since there's nothing wasted. If you want the best, then choose a flat chest. Yeah.
Oh, I see how it is. You only love me for my tiny breasts. You don't care about what's in my heart. You were only after my body from the very beginning.
Where did you learn to twist people's words around like that? Nothing I say can ever be right. You know very well that I love what's in your heart most of all. All right, what can I do to make you happy? Please, Sean, I don't want you to be upset.
Then give me a kiss.
Oh, come on! The following June, the French defeated the English at the Battle of Patay, which ended the war once and for all. 1 month later, Charlotte was officially crowned queen in a ceremony in the Cathedral de Notre Dame, and at last, she became the ruler she was always meant to be.
Tu ne veux pas d'enfant?